We'll look and see if anybody comes in first. And then I'll take you out. It's still kind of early, you know? Maybe they'll see it. It's not planned, so. Nobody's coming in. It's okay if it takes a long time anyway, because I wasn't supposed to go on today. Hi, baby bear. Hi, honey. How are you doing today? This is just kind of an unforeseen live that I wanted to do, I guess you could say. Hi, Jersey Lass. Hi, honey. How are you doing? Oh, I must have, let's see. Did I move something kind of? I'm trying to see if I might have just centered. Let me think. I might have just centered the darn thing. Okay, there we go. Hi, Gretchen. Hi, everybody. Thank you, guys. Sherry, thank you, guys, for coming in. This is an impromptu live. I just wanted to go over some things, if anybody cared to know. I wanted to explain a little bit about me. Yesterday, I received a few nice messages and being funny and facetious. First of all, they spell my name wrong. They spell unjusties instead of unjust stories. So already starting off very trying to be funny with me, but not be funny, if you know what I mean. They're asking me how serious I am. They're asking me if I feel okay. And am I good? That I tell people that I want the community to grow and that I want people to be good and happy and blah, 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 is basically the very nice message that I got. But they didn't understand how somebody like me could have some of the comments that I've had towards SE in the neighborhood. I didn't answer back. I did, but I didn't. I erased it. And then I thought about it. And I thought about it some more. And I talked to Diana and sent her some of the messages. And I just thought, well, I guess it's going to be my turn next or something. So if you're trying to get me or knock me off of my righteous, whatever you want to call it, sir, and I'm using that loosely, because I'm doing it out of respect, because I do know where I come from. I do know my mama. I do know my daddy. I do know how I was raised. Hi, Dulcie. Hi, honey. And I do know that I love people, and I do know that I am a good person. Now, to answer a few questions off the bat, I do have these. I have 5 of them. 5 different ones. Some of them are new versions. Some of them are regular. My point of showing that is, hi, Sherry. My point of it is showing it is that I know I'm going to get trolled. I don't have a problem with that. I can handle it. But when you start questioning my beliefs and things about me per se, I feel like I need to address them, but I only want to address them once. I'm not going to keep readdressing them because that's not who I am. I want my channel to be what I want my channel to be. And I've started out with great people, with very smart people, people that are very well-rounded, and also very kind. And nothing is going to change that over here on this side of the water. Sorry, but that's the size of it for me. I just got done with Bible study today, a little while ago, and I dug in a little deeper because I wanted to get these feelings released. I wanted them to go. I wanted to get rid of them. So that's why I'm kind of just in my just natural habitat right now. So I'd like to say, the devil knows if he can get in your head and cause anger and worry. But the problem is those people think that they need to fight with their flesh. And we don't fight with our flesh. That's what you don't understand, sir. We fight with our spirit. That's how we choose to fight. You can call me anything you want, but that's the way I fight. I'm not going to fight with my flesh. You can forget that. But I'm also not going to fight with my words continuously. But I am going to make this statement because I'm not very old to this. And I need to make sure that everyone is completely understands who Nickie is. And why do I care? If this person doesn't even know me, then why do I care? I care because you guys know me and you guys care to be here. That's why I felt it was necessary to come on here. And you are right. Dayton, preach. Yes, so true. Lord, so true. Hi, everybody. Ghost, hi, honey. Thank you for coming in here. I'm not going to be long, you guys. I just really, it was setting with me. It had sat with me overnight. And I was just like, I want these people to know, who I truly am. And I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to do those things. I did originally write you a message back. It was very polite, but it was very to the point of why do I have to explain to you about who I am? Maybe you need to explain to yourself who you are, sir. Your beliefs are not what you say. Your beliefs are what you do. I have faith over fear. I have faith over control. I am perfecting my character always, sir. We don't find God. God has always been there. God finds you. You don't find God. That's a farce. Because he's never left. I don't owe anybody any explanations for how I believe and what I believe in. But I believe that people should be treated fairly. And I think that they should be given the option to explain or not to explain, but they should also have that choice. You shouldn't just come and find a blank section where you can come put your comments in and write me some nasty things when you could ultimately, if you were in my chat, why didn't you write them when you were here, sir? That's my question to you, Wildcott. Why didn't you say it while you were here, sir? So what I did is I prayed for you today. I prayed for you over and over again that you don't become destructive towards your own self and your own surroundings, that you look and see what is truth, factual, and also nonfiction, fiction or otherwise. You really need to educate yourself. And the things that I have said about SE is in defense of my friends that she has harassed and called numerous times and had them get in trouble or get talked to or the sheriff's coming out or what have you. So, sir, if you want to say that because she's an older lady, she deserves that kind of respect, respect is definitely earned. And it's earned on a level to where if you give respect and the person doesn't give it back to you, then you should probably move on with your respect, pray for them, and find a different day and a different person. But that particular person has not been truly nice to a lot of people that are out there, whether you like them or not. It's the truth. And I have never slammed her. I've never called her any names. I've always said that what is wrong with her and why doesn't she care to help in this fact instead of always causing trouble or messiness. That is exactly what I've said about her several times, that she's messy, that she causes disarray in the neighborhood. Any person, I don't care if you're 84 years old or 2 years old, you have no business placing bodily fluids and or cactuses that are torn up from the sacred grounds which they are in, because you need a permit in Arizona even if you want to remove a cactus from your yard. So you needed several permits for those several cactuses. One permit doesn't cover 10 cactuses. That's where people are misconstrued, because of age does not allow people to automatically get respect if they're not giving respect back to anyone around them. And I don't agree with that. I agree that you need to be someone of a learning capacity where you can understand the plights and what other people are going through before you start attacking. You can come back in, you can do whatever you want, sir, but I will never explain this again to you ever, because I don't owe you that. I owe it to my people that like me. I don't owe it to criticism, and I don't owe it to critics that want to come and slam a lady that's a widow and a person with cancer. You went down on the totem pole with me with that. It's not very good and it's not very nice. So if you want to talk about injustice in the world, sir, and you want to talk about the way people talk about each other, then you probably should start with you. And you probably should look in your mirror at how you talk to a female as a male. Number one. Number two, you ask people questions. You don't come at them the way that you did. And like I said, I will never go through this again. I will never answer any craziness, because I personally, sir, know who I am. But I wanted those guys that really care to know where I come from and know what I really believe. And we are all working progresses. We are constantly being worked on. There is not one perfect person down on this earth. And I want you, and I hope, since you love to troll, I'm sure hoping you come in and troll this, because I am directly talking to you. But I really want to switch and talk to my chat. So now that I'm done with you, sir, I bid you a good day, a farewell, and a God bless you, because of how much praying I've been doing for you. So now I will gonna move on, and I'm gonna see what everybody's writing, and I'm gonna move on from this. But I'm so glad that I addressed this wholeheartedly and with every common sense that I could muster up. Thank you. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Sabin, hi, honey. I didn't say which one did I miss something? Thank you, Laura. Hi, Brenda, honey. I'm not truly on live today. I mean, I wasn't. It's for tomorrow. But I had to address this. And, you know, I want to address one more thing, too, why I'm doing this. And maybe one of you guys will say, you know, give it to Ted. But I admire Ted for picking up and taking a look at a book and reading it out loud. You should never be ashamed. You should never be ashamed of God. You should never be ashamed of any of your religions, even if you don't have a religion. You shouldn't be ashamed. You should be exactly who you are. Because that's why people love you. That's why people like you, is because you're genuine and you're yourselves. Oh, Mark, thank you. Amen to you too, baby. 256 Sabin, thank you, sweetheart. And like I said, this is going to be the last time I ever address anything like this. But when you start bringing in my beliefs into this, and you want to bring up and try to taunt me with religion or with words of it, and then you want to be disrespectful while you're actually asking the questions, then I don't need to be disrespectful back, but I definitely need to be matter of factual, because obviously you haven't been paying attention. Oh my gosh, I would love that. We're talking about starting a battle of the trolls Tuesday segment on Mystic's channel. I love it. But we aren't sure that the trolls would be brave enough to. Oh, they'll be brave enough. They'll show up. You'll get at least one or two good ones. You know that, because the devil is a lie. I mean, it's running amok right now. And anytime you feel that untrusting or distrusting of something or someone, take a look and see what's in the works. Because if you're doing good, which I hope and pray that all of you guys are, that's when the work start happening a little bit more. So, the attacks start. So when you're doing good, the attacks start. So kind of like a good pastor friend of mine said, if we aren't all a work in progress, then what are we? Because we're not perfect. Thank you, Laura. And I'm sorry, because I do want everything to be good. I do want everyone to come together. And that's something that I was slammed on, that I want everyone to, be able to have channels, and I want everything to go great. I do want everybody to grow, so it is what I want. I've always been part of communities. Like, there's no other way to look at it. Everybody's equal. Like I told you guys last night, I wasn't joking. I'm like the teacher that starts everybody on an A. It's only you that can lose it, because I still feel the same way. But I don't feel that way about you, sir. But I am going to try to get back to feeling okay. I just forgave you, and that was a big step for me. Thank you, Ghost. Yeah. It's, and Diane is so great, and she tells me, you don't want to challenge everybody. You don't care to do that. You don't, and she's right, and I don't care to do that. But this one was like a little, like I just wanted to nip it, I guess, before the bud grew. Is that the best way to say it? Yeah, Dee Dee is the best, and she's told me, and she's helped me, and I'm going to be great, and I have a great set of armor, that I'll put on. But it's just, I just had to nip it, I just had to nip it so I don't have to ever nip it again. But I'm proud of Ted. I think it's wonderful if he thinks that that's something that his life needs. Who are we to say it doesn't need that? Who are we really to say any of those things? But just be supportive if we care to watch him or watch his channel, Sometimes the trolls are like little cockroaches. You can't get rid of them? Is that what you're trying to say, Ghost and Pikachu? Because if you turn the trolls into cockroaches, I think they don't go anywhere. Isn't that like correct or something? Like, I don't know. But I needed to do it, because I needed to release it. But now I'm good, you know what I mean? Because that to me, well, if it ever happens, or I don't have a problem with it, I'll just keep it pushing, but for you to go out of your way to find a short or a video that's at a standstill so you can put in your comments in there when you were just in the chat is foolishness to me. You could have put everything right there in the chat. You were scared to say it in front of other people. Why? See? You're not going to have any problems, Brenda. You guys aren't going to have any trouble. They're going to come. Hi, Trisha. Thank you, honey, for coming. Quad, thank you. Baby Bear for forever. You're so great, Laura. Thank you, honey. W6YZ. Thank you, honey. Yeah, I really feel like it was good for me to do that because it was more about you guys. And I was just hoping I had just a few of you so you could catch it. I figured maybe, somebody would see it later on or whatever, but it's just one of those things, it's a personal choice. But it's not for anybody to say you're bad or good or judge you from here. My goodness. Yeah, you don't even know me. You watched me one time, and that's what you got out of all of it. And then you didn't like that I said something about SE. Okay. Hi, I'm a dog mom. So, yeah, I mean, I addressed your questions pretty much and the things that you accused me of. So that's about all. Hi, Jenny. Hi to you and your mama. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. And like I said, I didn't mean to just try to pull all you guys in here for this. But I just had to get it off my chest. Yeah. I just wanted to keep it honest. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And me saying what I feel is me just saying what I feel. But like I said, I didn't curse anybody out. And I didn't call anybody really any names. I only said things that I felt that were going on at that moment that wasn't nice. And that she was an ornery person and she should have never stepped to Juanita and tried to challenge her and tried to get in her face. Those people are not good people. Like, they have to step back and see really what they're doing to others and how they're coming across. Or do they care? Hi, Janice. Yeah, I'm not Janice, but I did get to say what I wanted to say to you guys, and that was my main thing. And I did address because it's that personal thing, and I'm still new, so I just wanted to make sure the people that I loved and that really cared to be here with me, that they understood where I came from and how I see myself as a serious work in progress. Oh, Iowa. Hi, honey. Biscuits and gravy. People know, people like that. They like that. I like that. Yeah. See what I mean? Juanita, she did. You see what I mean? 256 Saban. Gosh, sorry, I got tongue twisted there. But yeah, it's things like that you notice. And you're just like, well, how can I say good things about the person when asked? Because what you're seeing isn't the good side of the person, you know? So, well, I hope, Saban, for a woman to be older like that, I just wish and pray for her to find some kind of solace and some kind of happiness for just the rest of her existence. Because I don't want to go out of here angry. I don't want to go out of here mad at anybody. It's not the way of the world. I want to go out of here and being happy with the way, things were. I'm ready for you. Me too. I'm so ready for the panel too. You mean for tomorrow, Ghost? I'm really ready too. Oh my gosh. They spread the narrative down. Yeah. And, and I know a lot of you saw it too, that there's a difference in him. And it's not for the good. He has a lot of things to be concerned about and worry about. Hi, Lisa. And it's a hard position to be in. I don't envy it. And I don't think any of you guys do either. Um, it's tricky. This whole thing is really tricky. And the bottom line of it is we just see so much injustice, Oh, what did they spread the narrative that neighborhood and its truth is Yeah, see, and then I wanted to say this, and I don't want to anyone to get mad at anybody, but they've had a couple people out there that are streamers, and they're cool and super nice and all that good stuff, and I watch them and I think they're awesome, but it's the fact of that they were still out there and they didn't get a citation. And if somebody says, well, they're not doing this, that, or the other thing, well, you could say the same thing about 857 Tucson with his one, you know, uh, sorry, I'm a little adjusted, but his one citation, you know. Oh, Aspen, thank you, honey. It was super, like, it just, I had just been sitting here right after, you know, I got done with the class and everything, and I just thought to myself, why am I letting that fester? Like, why am I not just getting rid of it and releasing it and giving it to God? Thank you, Ina Dog Mom. I just, you know, I'm not ever going to feed them because I heard they multiply. Sorry. I had to make myself laugh on that one. Don't feed the trolls, they multiply. Laura, me too. I'm so excited about tomorrow. I was just, that's how I see Mark. That's what I see. And I know that's what a lot of us see. Oh, hi, Adam. Thank you, Adam. I'm just getting hit with with the one person, but it's okay. And I figure I be Nickie, who Nickie is, and nip it and get it over with, and don't, you know, address it again, and just let them live their lives and let me live mine, you know. But it addressing it needed to happen because of questioning my beliefs. And I'm very strong with my beliefs, and I'm really strong with how I love and care about people. And you question that, let me explain to you who I am. Yes, you definitely don't feed them after midnight, Jenny. Oh my God, Jackie. Oh, hi, honey. That's the only thing. And Adam, I think Adam can appreciate this too. It's just, let me know if we need to kick. No, Adam, you're great. No, it's just I needed to address it and let the people that I love know how I would address this and where I'm coming from, and that we're all we're all works of progress, you know, and we're all just trying to be the best people we can be, or not trying to be the best people we can be. And those people, they live in a whole different area than I live in, because I generally want good for people, and they obviously don't. But it's okay, you know. It's not going to change who I am. It just made me come out and just be a little bit more direct on what I believe in. Someone, not something. Yeah, she's just been a real rough out there and a lot of trouble. And I was getting really hammered about how I talked about her to whoever this wild caught person is. So, you know, and I just wanted to make that clear that she has not been a gem of the world to a lot of people we care about. On the contrary, I have said that she is drama and messy. And I have to stay with what I believe and what I've seen and heard. And her phone stays on her ear pretty good when they were out there, you know? And it cost those poor taxpayers of Arizona quite a bit of money to send an officer out all the time. And that's just, to me, unnecessary. So I'm happy to be able to confront the situation. I'm happy to be able to say what I wanted to say about it, but I'm excited about tomorrow. And I can't wait till we go on the panel. And yeah, and you just have to let people be who they are. She's not a yes, that's what I thought, Lisa. She's just not been exactly nice, So I haven't been able to say really nice things, and that's been hard for me anyway. So anyway, yeah. So I might get in trouble the next for saying stuff about the sheriffs and stuff. I mean, ain't no telling I might so, I might get swords thrown at me or something. I'm not sure. But, hopefully not. Oh, yeah. And I just, I don't think people should finish their lives like that either. I think that you need to be happy and you just need to be happy. You have a roof over your head. The sun shines where you live every day. I mean, that's 2 pluses right there. And if you wake up and you're able to say, hey, Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday, I'm here. You're grateful for it. I am. And it hasn't been just cancer. I've always had a lot of these genuine feelings inside of me as a person, the carrying in those things. So, and it's just, I just would like people to live the lives that they should, and not surround themselves with the negativity and all the uncaring feelings, And I'm just sad that I've seen other people arrive out there. And like I said, no, I'm not upset with them per se, because I think they're wonderful. I'm just upset that it's being treated so narrowly and it's being treated so one-sided. And that's all. And so, oh, thank you, Ghost Pikachu. Thank you, honey. I try. I'm just a trier. I try to. I try. I might not succeed all the time, but that's okay, because at least I know that there's chances that I won't. And there's chances and times that no one expects me to be that perfect. I can't even expect myself to be that perfect. So how would anyone else put me in that category? It's not possible. You lost your oh my gosh. That's right. Baby bear. God love you. God love you for still being here 2 years after your baby left. That's a challenge in itself. And I can't even imagine. And I will tonight, when I say my other prayer, I will absolutely pray for you and your son. And I know he's watching out for you. He's watching out for his mama. You know it. That's what boys do for their mamas. That's what my son does. I know they have that good side to them, and they're always going to watch out for their mama. So you keep that and you hold on to that, baby bear. Did you see Voices of the Missing yesterday in their first live? They found a really bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, no, I didn't see it, but I guess I should go watch that. I have so much to catch up on everybody's stuff. I got his on there right now, showing the stuff in Chicago, I guess, the shooting that happened while I was in Bible study. So I'm going to go and watch that. I'm just going to try to catch up on so many and make sure I'm prepared for tomorrow, for the panel. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen a lady so excited to have a panel before? I mean, my goodness. I'm so excited. Can't stand myself. Oh, yes. And I know Adam is like that. I know he's one of those sons. I know he's one of those brothers. I know he is. I just feel it. I get the feelings off of him that he cares a lot for his mama, and he cares a lot for his sister, or his brother, whoever Ryan's parent was that's related to Adam. You can tell, you can see it in people. You get vibes off of people, how they really are. You can't fake that, That's not fakeable. Those are true feelings, you know? What time tomorrow? It's supposed to be 7:30. But I'm like, maybe I should start making it a little bit earlier or something so I don't bang into the others, and let everybody be able to see everybody's stuff, or try. Oh my gosh, Pamela. Wow. Wow. Pamela, I know that you do, but each kid is different. So I know the one that you lost, you know, you missed that characteristics in their personality, because we all get one. And I love that you have another daughter that's there for you and your grandchildren. I think it's wonderful, Pamela. I think it's wonderful. And I believe that your daughter is also your angel. I have to. I have to believe that. Because I know my husband's somewhere around here. I definitely know that. Yeah, definitely. Pamela, God love you. Yeah, we don't know. You're right, Aspen. We don't know. Adam might have a better idea than me, because he really gets deep into the studying of this. And look, he's going to have another visit, another chance to talk to Richard, and that's going to be fantastic. And I'm going to watch that too because I've noticed pretty much each and I wasn't sure how far Adam was going to be able to get in there, but they impressed the heck out of me. Adam impressed the heck out of me because he was so relaxed that he made him very relaxed and calm and been able to tell his story. And each place that he has had an interview, he's told a little bit different things. So I think it's kind of cool that Adam's been able to break that ice, and get some more stuff, and I think it's great. And I can't wait till that one because that's the one I want to see the second half of that, Adam. I'm excited about that. I just love that. I can't believe it. I love it. Yeah, part 2 is Monday at 9. Yes. Oh, Eastern. Okay, so 6 my time. Okay, cool. I'll be there because I think that you're doing a great. I think all the guys did a great job. Don't get me wrong, but I like that each one of you is kind of getting something a little bit different, and I like that. And you're so calm and relaxed, that you're just sitting there. You're watching the screens, Adam. If Mike's there, you and Mike are talking or shooting few little words at each other. And you got your little drink sitting there on the arm of the. I want to know how you balance the drink on the arm of that chair. That's what I want to know. Because I'd be watching all the time and I'd be like, that drink doesn't ever move until he goes and grabs it. I said, that's pretty impressive, Adam. Unless you got a little dig in the arm of the couch or the arm of the chair where it can kind of sit in there. D, surprise, surprise. Oh, I just wanted to address a lot of people that I like and love that come in here. And I just wanted to tell them how I felt and explain it a little bit. I can balance bourbon anywhere. Adam, I used to think that about tequila. But I can't even have it right now. So I'm kind of bummed about the whole situation, to be honest with you. Oh. Yeah, I think that's so cool. So he's going to be there Monday at 6. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to be checking that out. Yes. And I will definitely be over at Mods too, Brenda. I'm gonna be one of those people. I'm gonna have one on the TV, one on the laptop, one on my telephone. I'm gonna have it all going. Oh gosh. Oh, I just thank you guys for taking your time out to just even come in here and listen to this old lady say something. And I'm going to pray that she can get some happiness and some solitude and just some. We just need to go out of here. You know, we need to go out of here with people saying good things about us and us feeling good things about ourselves, you know? We need to go out like that. We didn't need to go out angry and mad and in disgust at the world. It doesn't help. You know, it doesn't help us as individuals, you know. Cool, Pamela, I'm so happy you're going to be there. Nickie and on Adams, I see you're going to be one of those ones. You got the computer going, you get the TV going, you get the phone going. You can see everybody you like. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes. Please subscribe. If you guys haven't subscribed to Dee Dee, to Dirty Diana, please do. She's doing a after show. She'll stay up with you all night if you want. And they have a lot of fun, and she plays a lot of the stuff that the guys have shown that day or a couple days prior. It's really cool. You know, it's cool. I like that she does that. I like that she has it, you know, that she even is trying, because she helps everybody. And I like to see her helping herself too. Laura, she said the bell is on. She came to the notifications. You know what? That is pretty cool. Wow. I was looking for your channel. Can you tell me what it is, Dee Dee? Yes, you better tell them what it is. It's an after show, Adam. And you can hold a drink right on your chair. Yeah, please do, honey. Please do. And he's going to be on Dee Dee Monday Patriots. Pride is going to have Richard back for the second time on Monday at 6 our time, hon. It's going to be 9 their time, but it'll be 6 our time. Yeah, Dee Dee, please put it in there. Everybody wants to know. Hey, Mar, thank you for putting it. It is the ASS show. See, you guys, I wasn't joking. I might have added a couple extra S's. Oh, good. I'm glad that you guys are going to go check her out. Yeah, because if you're up late or you get up or you don't feel like going to sleep after some of us have gone off, she'll do a watch. She will have panels. She'll do whatever. She does panels and all that. She is the girl. Yep, there it is right there, you guys. It's at Dirty Diana. And it's the ASS show. Adam. Adam's going to be a new subscriber to you, D. Oh, Adam, you are I just adore you. Oh, gosh. How they got to do what they did. I could see them addressing it. Perhaps those, you know, aspirin. I really like Interview Room. They give some really good opinions, good analysis. Them being in law enforcement, psychologist, psychiatrist, a criminal. It's just, they do a really good job. They really do. And I don't know if he's even going to address it, to be honest. But to me, this is just me, because I live on the edge sometimes. I probably would have stopped at the sheriff's station and just maybe said a few things, maybe not insultive, of course, but maybe I might have just said a few things in passing. And just maybe a support, even a supportive couple words, because Chris has got some good, he comes up with some good things to say. He is a very, very educated man. Brenda, what if the cops came up to you? No, I don't believe so, honey. And there was another, who else? There was somebody else out there recently in the last couple days. Did they report on that? Somebody reported on that because I remember that. But somebody was out there before Chris, because I said, well, that's not very fair that they get to go and these guys are in so much trouble. It seems very, very unfair, you know. Oh, Cali girl on fire. Thank you, sweetheart. And thank you for coming in here. Oh, Victoria. Hi, hun. Oh, hi. Kick the couch leg out before you go live, Dee Dee. Wake us up. Hey, Dee Dee, you're going to have to go to a lot of people's houses and start kicking the couches. Inner strength. Hi, honey. I just talking about the weird person that wanted to find a place on my stuff where they could write a message to me last night, and I just had really kind of let it settle in me, and I just thought to myself, you know what? That's not who you are. And after I was telling everybody after my Bible study, I was just like really into what we were reading, and we're reading Proverbs. If anybody knows about Proverbs, it's a lot of the things that come out of our mouths and the things that we do that are not necessarily kind, you know? And so it really sat with me then. And I was like, you know what, Nickie, that's not you. Go ahead and go say something to the people that you love and that you like, and make sure that they know really who you are and what you believe in, and why this person accused you of being so bad to SE. And I wasn't. I was just telling my truth, you know, of what I had seen and heard on the YouTube. Oh yes, oh my gosh, great. Who said that? Was that Brenda? Brenda, thank you for saying that. Sheila, thank you for saying that. Anybody who said that, thank you. Dads are so important. Hey D, why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? Why? Oh, here, D, come back. Watch. I'll unplug my. I can unplug, and now we can hear you. We can hear you now, D.
I just came back here to post my link to the channel.
We like to hear your little voice sometimes too. Hi.
Hi.
She's like, hi. No, I just did that little quick thing because I just felt like, you know, I needed to do what I good for Nickie.
Did you talk about that thing?
The gentleman from last night. Did I say it loosely? Yeah.
The comment.
Yeah, that's what I did. And Adam said, did they need to help me with something? I told him no, it was okay. And then I asked Adam, I said, how do you balance that cup or the cup on the edge of the chair? That's what I wanted to know. He said he's a great balancer everywhere he goes. He's had practice for years. That's what he said. I've had practice for years. Yeah, and it was so nice of him to come in here. But that was basically what I wanted to do. And we're all excited about the panel tomorrow. And all that. Yeah. Now, do you need to see me before the panel, or do we just need to talk on the phone? You decide and you can tell me, D.
Yeah, maybe we'll run by. Maybe I'll run by and see you or something, because little girl's on a somewhat normal sleep schedule.
Cool. Well, you know, and it's summertime. I mean, you gotta kind of let the kids do their thing too, you know. And you're a good mama. You're a real good mama. So, you know, and she's so well-rounded. You have such a beautiful daughter.
Thank you.
And so smart.
Thank you.
She's going to be something really spectacular like you. She's going to have a really nice job. and be able to talk to people and everything. She's gonna be great.
Thank you. Okay, stop.
You're welcome. Okay, are you leaving? Or are you gonna stay and hang out? You're not even showing your little face.
No, I'm not prepared right now.
Look at me. I'm not prepared either. Look. But you know what the hey? It was more prepared inside my heart and in my soul than I was on this stuff.
Well, we love to see you.
And you know, and like I told them, this will be the only time I ever explain to them where I stand in that whole thing. And that I'm not perfect and that I'm a work in progress. But I do have opinions and they're not always positive, you know. They can't be, you know, because sometimes people don't, you know, don't give you the option. It doesn't sit in that area with you.
Mm-hmm. But this was from the comment that somebody made?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said it was a guy?
Yeah, that wild caught fish or something is his name.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was in the chat last night the whole time. He popped up every probably not that much, but I definitely saw the name in there. And then when I just was closing everything out, and I think I had put a short on yesterday, a singing, car karaoke one. So I think I went to look at that one or something, and then I saw just this message pop up from like a blank. It was one of my shorts from way back. It was like he found a spot where he could write, And I told him he should have just put it in the chats. Hey.
Who is this?
Wild caught fish or something. Wild caught. Wait a minute. That's not right. Wild
It's on one of your shorts. I'm just looking at
Yeah, it's on the purple. It was on. Oh, I might have erased him. I might have took it down.
Okay, that's great if you took it down. That's what I was going to do.
I don't think I felt like looking at it. Every time I needed to check something, I didn't want to see that.
Cool.
Yeah. But I think it's wild caught, and if there's a dash in between the wild and the caught, and then I believe it's fish. I want to almost say that that's what it was. Oh, who's somebody? I think it was Inner Strength said. What did he say? He basically questioned me about me talking about SE out at the neighbor, and he was just
what? I am lost. SE Southeast.
Yeah, I don't say her name because I don't think it's nice. I've never said her
name.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Tucson.
Yes, honey. And
okay,
so I never really, I always say SE, because I just try to, I don't know. I just try to be respectful in some respect, I guess.
I say BS.
You say what?
BS.
You should be a comedian. That was hilarious. That was so on time there because you had me going, huh? That's what? And you go in. That was great. No, I just he didn't like or was coming at me because of the things I had said about her. That she was messy and, not very cool to people in that neighborhood, and that she needed to be honest.
I believe.
And I also said that she had the phone attached to her head a lot, and that she really cost the taxpayers a lot of money. I did say it.
You know that you're doing something right when you have trolls, Nickie.
That's what they said to me. So I was like, I'm not even going to care about that, even though I said sir, because I was trying to be respectful. I'm just going to go ahead and pray for that person and hope that they have some joy in their life, and they don't just come at women on the computer whenever they feel like it, So, and if I don't say anything or I don't stick up for myself, then it's sorry to say, but it's kind of like what Alex feels. If you don't say something, if you don't, like JLR says, see something, say something. If you don't see something, then don't say nothing. But if somebody's being treated not fair and it's somebody that you care for, then if you don't say anything, you're just as bad as
You're just as guilty.
right.
Yeah.
And I've always grown up like that. I've always stuck up for the underdog. I've never liked people to be bullies at school. I've just always, it's in my character. I've just always been that way. That's nothing different about me. And she absolutely did. Nasty lady. In her strength. And it's just, yeah. And I said, who handles that kind of stuff? I said, I know a lot of older people that don't touch human waste and put it around things and then do illegal things in their own state, like cutting a million cactuses, or not a million, you know, that's an exaggeration, but a lot of cactuses. And the rules were very precise through their agricultural companies there, or the Agricultural Association of Arizona. You cannot cut them without, even if they're in your yard, you have to have a permit. It's the law of Arizona. And you can't tell me that she went and got 12 permits to go and cut all those cactuses. You know what I mean? So to me, yeah, you did something bad, and you're really concentrating on these gentlemen that are putting their toe on the cement or their chair leg on the cement, and you're going after them, but you're not going after people that are doing this kind of destruction. It doesn't quite make sense to me, you know? And then I didn't understand, and this could be me, and you guys can tell me if it is. But what I didn't understand is you were so upset for so long about these guys down there, but you put human waste and cactuses, and it's okay to live with those there, but it's not okay to live with humans down there that are just taking notice and talking about Nancy. That's okay, but they're not. But you'll live with human stuff and cactuses. That to me didn't make sense. I'm sorry. I'd rather be okay with the humans being down there than that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, who wants
to? She's a poopy head.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know a lot of 80-year-old people. I'm sorry, that do stuff like that. I just can't pinpoint one. I asked my mom, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, who does that?" And I said, "Well, I think this lady." And my mom said, "You could never catch me or any of us ever like thinking even in like that." And I said, "I know, Mom, but that's just, you're different than her." So, and I said, "Well, if somebody was around like that, would you take offense to it in your neighborhood?" I said that to her, to my mom, because there's older people. And she said no. She said, if they were respectful and I'm respectful and we're giving mutual respect to one another, and maybe I say, hey guys, you know, and we have a communication going on, she was like, no, it wouldn't. Matter of fact, she says, as a 80-year-old some person, I would feel more comfortable with people being around.
Exactly.
That's what she said. And I didn't put those words in her mouth. She's her own person. And she tells me, Nicolette, you know, when I'm in trouble and stuff. But yeah, she just was like, she wanted to know why I was talking about that and where it was coming from. And, you know, I'm sorry, Mom, but it just, unfortunately, it is a true thing that has happened. And she was just like, not in Las Vegas. I said, no, Mom, not in Las Vegas. Your state over from you, your friendly state next door.
What did she collect all that poop in?
I have no, and that's what even my mom was saying. What would she put it in? Unless it was bags like doggy bags, you know, like you do when you take your dog out. That was like what my mom was saying. I said, I don't know, Mama. She said, I don't know either, and I wouldn't do that. I don't want to pick up after my dog. She said, why would I want to carry it down to an area and spread it around so I can humiliate and disgust and run people off? She said that just didn't make sense to her. And I told her about all the phone calls too. And she said she felt sorry for the taxpayers. I said, me too, Mom. I said, because it's sad. because they have to ultimately pay in their taxes for that.
You know how they have like these doggy waste trash cans sometimes in neighborhoods, you
Yes,
know?
yes.
Maybe she went around with like a wheelbarrow and just like collected all of them.
I was wondering if she used because of Alex saying
Uh,
that wheelbarrow was moved, remember? And I was
uh-huh.
thinking, did she utilize that old wheelbarrow?
Maybe.
I thought
Or did
about
she
that. I thought
utilize
the
the
same thing.
dolly,
I thought the
the
same thing.
dolly that came from Nancy's house?
She could have. And then I just wonder, what didn't she like about Nancy? Is she so jealous because today there was more flowers missing, you guys? What is with taking Nancy's flowers? I don't understand. I guess Lauren put more flowers down today. Just her three little flowers. Yellow, I think were they daisies? Yellow, I'm pretty sure maybe daisies. I could have got that wrong. But they took it. Whoever they were gone when Lauren,
Again?
yeah, Lauren went back to check last night or this morning, really super early, and they were gone. So
Where's the air tags?
somebody keeps, yeah, I don't know what Lauren's doing or has done, but as far as that goes, but I just know that they were missing, and that's to me. And this was the end of the conversation with mom, but basically I was just telling her that to me, there's a few things you don't do. Not saying that this is where it's at, but you don't steal from people that are deceased. You don't talk bad about people that are deceased. You let them live and lie where they lie. It's a bad, bad juju, I think. And I believe this, and I've grown up thinking this, that you don't do those things. You don't steal from them like grave robbers and stuff. I've always thought that's terrible. And you don't talk ill of them. That's just how I was raised. Everybody's different, though. That's just Nickie's beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my
I
beliefs.
mean,
And that's how I was
does
taught.
sound
Huh?
does sound like a good moral code to
My
abide
mother.
by.
My mother. And we lost a lot. I've lost a lot of people in my life, at an early age on. I've lost 4 people in my family in 5 days when I was 11 years old, 10 years
Whoa,
old, 10 or 11. I
what is
was right
that?
in the cusp. Yeah, it's a lot. 4 people in 5 days, less than a week. Yeah, that was a lot. And I didn't really know what was going on. I just knew that my mom didn't want to answer the phone after a while because it was too much bad news.
Whoa, that
Yeah.
has to be a story you tell us one day.
It was super sad. And one was her husband and one was her mother. So you can imagine where my mom was at in her.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yes. And my mom was the young widow, so younger than me. So yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so and you just hope that you loved them enough and they knew that they were loved and they knew that they were respected and everything when they were here. So they go away feeling the same way. That's why I feel bad for people that are hateful and angry and all these things because those are actions. That's not really how you feel. Your feelings are coming through your actions, but not your words. My
Mm-hmm.
husband used to say that all the time. He said, "Babe," I said, "What?" He says, "Actions. They speak louder than words." And I'd be like, "Okay, babe." And he'd say, "I'm just saying, babe, you can pay attention to people's actions." And I was like, "Okay. Yeah, that Tesla guy, you think he might be getting told to remove them, baby bear?" What? He's not there all the time, though. Do you think he's going to get him do you think he sees him on a camera? And then he goes, "Oh, somebody dropped something. Let me go get it." Do you think he's doing something like that? I
You
don't
must be
know.
getting paid a lot of money just to
Yeah,
remove flowers.
it's true. And then it's like, what about her flowers? What about Nancy's house? She had beautiful in the back. She had some beautiful flowers on the porch and stuff. Oh, Janice, thank you, sweetheart. I stand with you, Janice, always. Thank you for saying that. That's very kind. Yeah,
BS was probably a hater because Nancy had a lot of friends.
yeah. And that's what I was thinking. There's a jealousy or something sitting in there. And I've said that before too. So I haven't, I said that there's a possibility of some jealousy, because I couldn't see people taking a woman's flowers and cards that and paintings. I mean, I think about Flickr, and luckily I think she found out where that was, and I think the family has her painting. But it was just those kind of things when people put their heart into it and their love into it. They just want to know it went to the right place.
Mm-hmm.
You said strawberry rain. Hi, sweetheart. The cops didn't start messing with the crew big time until talks of putting trail cams. Yep. You're pretty darn close to that. That was definitely being mentioned. Hi, Christy Thompson. 1347. How you doing, honey? Oh, Skaborsky. Hi, sweetheart. Oh yeah. Maj. Rammer, jammer. Hey. Skaborsky's so funny. Hi, Strawberry. Oh, I just love that you guys are so nice. Hi, Christy. Yeah, I think so, honey. I think that Dee Dee's got it. I think that she has something somebody's not. I don't know. I think she has kids. I think I heard that she has a son or something, but maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a not a connection or something there, and maybe she doesn't get that attention from her loved ones. You never know. You really never know.
She wasn't invited to play mahjong.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, anything is so possible over something that could be jealousy. Probably has orders from Annie. I don't know. Because, boy, we have not seen really hiding our hair of them. Not that we need to or that they owe us anything, because they don't, but we still don't know what's happened. We still don't know what's really gone on. It's all our guessing game. But the fact that I wanted to say this, and I did jot it down somewhere, but I wanted to say that if it wasn't for the streamers and we had to depend on KVO, KNOV. Is that right? KVNO? Am I saying the station wrong or right?
KVOA, maybe? KVOA?
Yeah, it's the one where the banner was up. Somebody's got to say it right better than I did. But yeah, and I just figured, did you guys think about this? What if we didn't have the YouTube? What if we didn't have streamers or journalists that were in here? What if we didn't have that and we had to depend solely on local news? We wouldn't know anything, you guys. I was sitting down really going over all this stuff, and I was like, wow. Oh yeah, KVOA. Thank you, Candy. Hi, Candy. Yeah, Deborah, thank you. Hi, honey. But it's one of those things I really had to sit and think about. And I was like, gosh, we wouldn't be anywhere if we didn't have streamers. We wouldn't know anything, you guys. We would know exactly what they wanted to say, and that was it. We wouldn't know really anything. Mm-hmm. And I just thought they're catching a lot of flack for a lot of us laughing and a lot of us having fun and joking and thinking that some of the stuff was funny, because I thought it was. Personally, I was laughing, but never in my wildest dreams did I ever think it was going to get people into trouble that I care for and like. And I wouldn't even be where I am if it wasn't for them, and I regret that. And I've had to, look at myself a little bit about that, and say, Nikki, everything isn't funny, Hi. Oh my gosh, Shib. Hi, honey. Oh, it's a tough crowd. It sure is. Shib, it's a rough one in here. Patriot Pride was just here, Shib. I don't know if they're still here, but they sure were. Hi there. Oh, thank you. Rivka, thank you, honey. Maj, thank you. I think Skavorsky's pretty cool too. You're from Clearwater, Florida? That's so cool. There are so many Florida people on here, you know,
It's
that
the
are,
home of the Scientologists.
yeah, and it's YouTube. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are on YouTube that are from Florida. I think it's cool.
Clearwater. Clearwater is the home of the Scientologists.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
It isn't Utah?
No, Clearwater, Florida.
I
Home of the
really
Scientologists.
had no idea, you guys. I thought it was always Utah. I thought it was. Wow, I just learned something. This is why I love this. I swear I learned so many things when I turn this thing on. And it's always from you guys. It's from D. It's from, like, I learned so much from you guys. Oh, hi, Arkansas. Yay. And Shibby, you said Shibby needs hugs. Hug, Shibby, hug.
Where's Sylvia? She gives out all the good hugs.
I give out all that.
I mean, Sheila, my bad, Sheila. Sheila gives out all the good hugs.
I'm like, who? Sheila gives out all the good hugs. Oh, I love that.
Sheila.
Yes. And you know, one of my favorite drummers of all time, Sheila E. Love her.
She's a drummer?
Oh, yeah. And percussionist. And oh my gosh. Sheila E., there's not too much she could not play, excuse me. And Prince, I mean, he liked her for a lot of reasons because she's a great looking gal, but her talent was beyond. I mean, she'd go out there with one drum or two drums and just be going at it. Then she'd drop her sticks and go to her hands and the bongos. Then she'd grab some sticks and start going back to she was just phenomenal. People don't give Sheila E. enough credit. She was absolutely phenomenal. She really was. And she still is. She performed, I saw her on an award show or something. She did a performance on probably last year. And she's just older, but she still looks great. And boy, her hands can move. I mean, my gosh, I wonder if anybody's ever timed how fast Sheila E.'s hands can go on the bongos and stuff, because she's amazing.
I want to look her up.
Yeah, she is simply amazing. Yeah, go look her up and go look at one of her performances. It's crazy. I suggest that for any of you because she is a phenomenal talent, you know, and and she got it from her father, I believe. Yes, I think that it came down the line somewhere, and she got that kind of from her family somewhere. Is her talent for drumming and percussions, and oh yeah, she's something else. And I think that she was one of those ones that never got enough credit.
We have somebody who's
met Sheila E. What? Oh, talk about cool. Oh, talk about
that story.
Oh, talk about cool. Hi, Juanita. We were just talking about Sheila E. and how fast her hands could move, and that they never gave her enough credit, ever. She never got enough props for how good of a drummer she was and is, you know, and how she can just drop the sticks and use her hands, and they're going so fast, and then grab some sticks and just go back at it. It's just so cool. I love it when females, and this is for you guys too, I love it when females can do some things that it was a male dominated situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so cool when they come into their own and they're more than phenomenal, you know, in their talents. I think it's awesome, you know. And Juanita's like that with her brain. She is very talented with her legal savvy, her knowledge, and the things that she tries to get done for other people. Those are wonderful talents. Is it of your friend? Oh wow, Diana.
What?
Wow. Another Diana that just went up. Sheila E. is a good friend of her friend.
Oh, I
Wow.
didn't see that one. I'm
That's
looking at her dad
so,
was a famous drummer too.
there you go. That's it. So she did get it from her daddy. I thought so. I'm
Oh,
sure she said that before. I'm sure. I just not, when I'm not sure about something, I try not to say it's concrete unless somebody looks it up or something, because I'm not sure if I heard, dad or uncle or, I just know that she's just always been such just a talent, just a real talent, you know. And I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm so excited. Sheila,
Mob Crew.
boots and hairstyle. She really did. She's just one of those gals. You know what I mean? She just had it together. I haven't heard nothing from Adam for a while, and all of a sudden he pops up and he's like, "Hi, Juanita." At Juanita. Hi there. That was the best. I didn't even know he was still here, and he's just, "Hi, Juanita." I loved it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Analyze. Hi, honey. Christy. I want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. Janice, Patriot Pride, Adam. Oh, we investigate. Hi, honey. Thank you for stopping by to say hi. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Just you doing that. It's cool. He came from the musical family. Yeah. Yeah. Victoria Burgess, 9318. I like that. I like your name. It's a cool name. Burgess. Makes me think of the actor, right? I think it's the actor had the last name of Burgess. Wasn't it the
Some
actor
actor
that was
had
on Rocky? Wasn't it? He was on Rocky. It wasn't he the trainer? I think so. Oh, Burgess Meredith. Isn't that it? I think it's
No.
Burgess Meredith. Yeah. Was on the trainer on Rocky. Yeah. So
I need Kwaraxomimi. She's my trivia partner and she carries the team.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She knows everything.
Oh, can she come over here? Because I need somebody that knows everything. Well, I got you. I forgot. I got you, Dee Dee. I got you. I forgot.
No, I don't know any trivia. I will lose for our team.
I love
trivia.
I like celebrity trivia and sports. I'm really good at those. I'm not right. The other ones I have a little difficulty. History I'm okay at too because I love it. Doesn't mean I know everything about history, but yes, Burgess Meredith. Yes, what a good actor. Yes, what a good actor. Oh, thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Brenda. That is so kind. And I know that. I know that you're very supportive of me, and I'm so grateful. Candy, New Mexico. I have an aunt and uncle that moved there recently to New Mexico. I don't know much about it, about the state itself, but I know it's pretty. And I think Santa Fe is the capital, right? I think. They just
I love New Mexico.
Yeah. You do? I haven't been and I want to.
My ex-husband was from New Mexico and it's a very magical state.
It is.
Enchanted.
I've heard really good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. Wow. That's really cool. Oh. Okay. Skavorsky 23. You guys need to go, please. And please sub. Please, if you can. I'm not gonna force anybody, but if you could, I would really appreciate it. And Skavorsky would appreciate it. And so would Patriot Pride.
Kasha Boo Boo.
Oh, Strawberry Rain, you said another standoff? She said another standoff. Oh, I see. True crime trivia. Now, I might be okay at that one, too. because like, you know, the bigger ones I know that I can remember. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, his name was Burgess Meredith. Yes. Oh, Maj, thank you for even coming here. Appreciate you for that so much. Sheila. So Virginia is supposed to be for lovers, and I am too old now. Oh gosh, Sheila, that's a riot. Is Virginia really supposed to be for lovers?
That's the state motto or whatever you call
Really?
it. Virginia's for lovers.
That is cool. I
No
didn't
wonder
know
why
that.
Sheila comes in here giving hugs all the time. Hugs, hugs, hugs.
Oh, really, Sheila? You're just hugging everybody, huh? Did I get my hug today? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
Unless
Taija.
they're mean to you, then she brings the pain.
And then she brings the pain.
Yes, to whoever's
Asshole.
being mean to you. That's what she said. She said she punch him
Yes,
out.
and it is on our tags. Oh my gosh, I love that, Sheila. Oh, and you already subbed Inner Strength. Thank you, honey, so much. And Inner Strength's got hers too. She's got her channel too, you guys. It's Inner Strength /V.
I can post
Okay.
the links. I'll grab
Thank you.
them.
Thank you, babe, so much. And I feel bad because you didn't even think I was going to be on here, so now you're having to do a few things. But I appreciate you, Diana.
But
So
see, there's nobody else on. It was perfect timing.
thank you, and it just felt, felt right in the heart, and like I said,
Yeah,
the
you
soul
had
and
to
the
get
heart.
that off your chest.
Yeah, and I just wanted these folks to know, who truly what I've believed, because I have had a couple people just say that to me, well, what you believe in God, and they've said that a couple times or whatever, and I've just answered because I've never been ashamed of it. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. You shouldn't be ashamed of what you believe in. Anything. Justice
That's right.
Jane, hi, honey. I don't know if I've ever had you in here. Nice to see you, though. And I sure am, you're welcome, and I'm sure happy that you're here. Oh boy, it's Lena. There's Lena. Oh, and she's saying hi to you, Dee.
Hi, Lena. Hi, Lena.
Yes. Rivka, Omega 1, yes. Everything you said in that, in those lines. Juanita, she is my rock star too. If I ever see her, man, I don't know if she's ever gonna get the hug away, because she can probably be like, okay, Nikki, that's enough now. I'm gonna be like, no, I just love you, Juanita. Because I think she's so special.
Juanita, bonita.
Anybody that can fight this good fight, win or lose, you're a hero in my book. You're a hero. Just my book, but it might not mean anything, but it means a lot to me. And I think people like that are just so cool. And they give me hope. Oh, you better sub for it. Hi, Melly. Oh, hi, Melly. 0303. Hi, honey. Oh, I'm so glad to see all of your beautiful faces on your little pictures, except for your little letters. Yes. And please don't forget the Patriot Pride on Monday night. It's 6, it'll be 6 West Coast, and it's 9 Eastern. So if you guys get a chance and you can check it out, I mean, you can always go and watch the replays, but he's going to have Richard back on there. So it'll be the part 2 of that. So if anybody's interested, I would suggest that you go check that out, because Adams, he's gotten pretty far, I mean, everybody did. Sleuth, everybody, Interview Room, everybody got their own, but I think that for him to come back for a second one is kind of cool, and I think that Adam handled it so well, because he was just so relaxed, you know. And I think that's what it takes for people of that magnitude that are sit behind the screen, and that they need that little, not a push, but they need that person to have some relaxation skills and some calmness to their selves. And I think it shows through. Oh, good. Yay. I see what you said, Adam. That's great. And that's awesome. And ain't no telling, and I mean, I'm not trying to shoot myself in the foot, but I told you guys I might change my time and go a little bit earlier, maybe on Sundays or something, now that people are doing more things on Sundays, because I know there's a big story tomorrow night. I know, and it's not on my show. My show is the big story of the panel, but the big story is Chris and Karen, that have something very interesting to show a lot of people. And he was very, very, very sure about what he was saying. So I'm in complete belief, that it's something really fantastic. So, but I'm still going to do my thing, and we'll bang heads a little bit with the shows, but that's okay, you know. And I understand, and I get it. You know what I mean? Can you imagine what a hug would do for? Oh boy, a hug, a hug for RN. How about a hug for NG? I bet she could use one too. Either a hug from us, hug from another person, or a hug from God, you know? One way or another, she deserves it. The woman deserved to go out in the style that she was accustomed to, you know? Thank you, Adam. I'm always proud of you guys too. Thank you so much. And for giving me a chance and having me on your show too was so kind of you guys. And yeah, and it's just, everybody's just been so great. That's why I was like, if you just have one person that's causing, you to feel a little disarray, then you should nip it in the bud and handle it. You shouldn't run from it. And I just couldn't do that. I couldn't run. My hair video. Oh, thank you. Did you ever see, Aspen, how long my hair was before cancer? It was down past my booty. Yeah. I had grown it for over 5 years, something like that. My hair grows pretty fast though, and I'm kind of glad, but it's not the same color, it's not coming back that beautiful red that I always was. But that's okay. I will learn to live with what I have, and I'll be grateful and happy for it. Oh, good. Good to put Brenda's out there. Yay. Oh, Dee, thank you for doing that, honey. Thank you, Melly. It's just this weird, dull kind of red with the white. My mom, I told you guys, she's a white my whole life, tow-headed blonde. And yeah, so I wasn't surprised about getting the little bit of white there, because I figured, yep, that came from mom, so I'll wear it with pride, and happy that I have hair coming back, And a little girl got to use my hair for a wig. So what better thing to do than give it to a child? And there was so much of it. I gave 22 inches, I think. 22. I think it was 22. I don't want to tell a lie, but I think it was 22. And so a lady in her 30s, she got to get a wig out of it too. And they both sent pictures to me and a letter thanking me. I thought that was so sweet. And pictures of them with the wigs on, and it was just lovely. And it made my whole entire year,
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Was it Locks of Love? Yes, it was, honey. But I went, I picked, I did a little more investigating with Locks of Love, and I actually went in and picked, you can pick a child, and you can do some other things if you can get your word in with them and explain to them that you don't want a child paying for anything. That if they weren't going to give it to the child, that you didn't want to donate to them, that you would find somewhere else, or you would do direct donation. And because it's important for kids, you know, especially if they go to school and stuff. It's very important for kids. It's more important for kids than us. We're nothing. We've already had hair, and it comes back. It comes back. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But a child, it could make or break their whole day at school. If your mom was still alive, she'd be like, let's go. Find that lady too. Oh, no lie. Skavorsky, you're funny.
Oh, Valencia's calling me. Hold on one sec.
Oh, yeah, you better see. Rivka, I'm a master cosmetologist. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know, honey. And I said, you know, whatever happens, happens. You know, and I would take it. Did I like it? No, but well, I would take it. Oh, you're so funny, Snappy Music. Oh, Snappy. Hi, honey. You're so funny. Nickie for Congress. I was thinking about running for something here, but I don't know, you know. I was really thinking about it, you know, but I just don't know. It's such a nasty, it can be a real nasty, you know, business to be in. And, you know, you may not get to use your own mind sometimes. And that's what kind of deterred me from it a little bit. My mom even says, she even says it to me all the time. Every once in a while I'll hear her say it. Are you thinking about running for city council or something? Aren't you going to do that? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. I'm still thinking. Nickie for sheriff. That would be a tough one for me, because I would never be good at giving anyone tickets. It would be horrible. I would always believe their excuses. I would, because I don't think it's in my heart to make somebody. I mean, I understand that the state would have to make money, you know, and that, but I couldn't go, hey, go out there and give a direct order. I couldn't do any of that. I just couldn't. And I'd probably end up opening all the cells and letting everybody out. And I'm not making this up. My husband used to say this about me years ago. He said, boy, oh boy, if you did other jobs and you were if you were alive in different eras, I would have gotten myself in probably a lot of trouble. Oh, your daughter is a lawyer. Okay, when my son is in trouble, my daughter is a lawyer. Ha! Ha! I think we all are, Candy. I think we all are. Look at me. I mean, just because my dad was, you know, and a judge, then I think, you know, oh, I heard him say this or I heard him say that. I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff is things that you've heard over and over, you know. But I think the most important thing he ever told me was, don't ever get in a peeing contest with a skunk, because you're never going to win. He told us kids that all the time. He said, just don't get in a he said the other word, but he said, just don't get in that kind of contest. He said, because you just the skunks. You're never gonna beat a skunk. I was like, yeah, you're right. Oh, you know, do you guys know there's, you know, I was talking about people that make their channels off of talking about other people in a negative form or fashion. And, if I have done that, I do absolutely apologize to any of you, because that is not generally who I am. And that's not generally what I believe, and I believe everybody is equal. We are all on the same playing field. Nobody's made the goalie or nobody's made the touchdown yet. That's all. But we're all on that same field, you know, because we wouldn't have channels or people watching us if it wasn't for chats, so everything's a big circle, you know what I mean? But you have to realize and know, you know, like my mom says, which your bread's, what your bread's buttered, how your bread's buttered, you know what I mean? You have to pay attention to that. Rose. Hi, Rose. Good morning. Yes, good morning to you. Kelly Girl on Fire. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah, she's great. She's great. Sorry, I tend to read out loud sometimes. Sorry about that. Yeah, it would be boring, but I don't want to talk about somebody in a manner of where I've crossed lines, because I know better than that. I'm more secure than that. I don't need to. What did I say? I don't need to fight with my flesh. I can fight with my spirit, and so can all of you. You can fight with your spirit. We don't have to fight with our flesh. We just don't realize that when we're younger, and we just get a little smarter when we get a little older, and it's too bad that we didn't do that when we were a little younger. But time changes. Oh, thank you. I hope that I'm okay on there. I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you. Thank you, Rose, for even coming over. Okay, am I saying it wrong? Okay, Rosario? Is it Rosario Haley 668? Am I saying it right now? Because I really don't like I might get a little, where my tongue twists a little bit when I say your name or something like that. That's just a TBI, but I like to say them properly because I always want to show respect. Oh, yes. Oh, Dee Dee, they want you to drop a link. She can, Adam. She just went to see what her baby girl was doing. She called her. So she said, hang on a sec, and she'll be right back. Talk bad about what? When you get something new. I've heard, I know there's jealousy. It runs everywhere. It runs in families, and it runs in friends that say they're friends. Oh, Dee Dee, you're back. Adam was asking if you could do your chat again, if you could do your link, and possibly. Oh, and it's Skaforsky 23. Thank you, honey. And I think that's what Adam was saying. I hope I didn't get that screwed up, but I think that's it. But yeah, it's one of those things we are who we are, you know what I mean? And my husband used to have this terrible saying, and I used to get so mad at him, but he always would say that family will treat you bad first before somebody else. And I said, really? And he said, because they feel like they can, because they're your family. They feel entitled to be able to do that to you. And I said, that's sad. And he said, it's not everybody. It's just, you'll see it. You'll see it more when family should stick up for family or have their families back. Sometimes they don't, and sometimes your friends have your back harder than your family does. My mom said something to me years ago when I was young. Oh, you're right, Cali girl. My mother would say, I'd say, Mom, how come people are close to their friends and sometimes their families don't like it? And she would say, okay, Nicolette. She would say, because she said, when you're born into who you're born into. You're born into the family that you get. But when you're older, and you get to pick the family that you want that surrounds you. And a lot of times families don't like that you pick friends that you end up being closer to sometimes, you know? And that's because as adults, we get to pick who we're around. And we get to surround ourselves with the people that we like and love. And I just said, got it. My she's a super wise lady. And she always really makes sure you understand when she's telling you something, you know. She's cool. She's a super cool lady. And I need to be more respectful and show her more grace. Nickie, I need to show my mother more grace. You know, I need to be more patient, more graceful, all that. Because 84 is a tough age. You know what I mean? And they're still trying to be independent and they're still trying to do all that. So I'm trying to be, you know, just a good daughter as an adult, you know? And her and I have always been super duper close, you know? We'd hold hands everywhere we went, all that. And then as time's gone on, I guess things changed, to be honest, probably right when I got cancer. Things started looking a little different. And I'm sure, and it's not due to her, but I'm sure it scares her. And it's stuff that she doesn't necessarily want to confide in me because she doesn't want me to worry. But I can pick up on things, you know? Yeah, he did. We investigated. He had really cool stories. And, you know, every once in a while somebody would, you know, mess with me about, you know, him, you know, or I've told this before that they would ask me at school, you know, one of the bully people, they would ask, oh, well, you know, if I would stick up for a bull or somebody being bullied or something, which I did a lot, it was something to the fact of, oh, really? Well, what's your dad wear under his robe? Nothing. And they said it at school thinking it was going to embarrass me or whatever. And I went home and I waited for him to come home. And then I asked him, what do you wear under your judge's robe? And he said, excuse me? And I said, somebody at school said that you don't wear anything under your robe. And he just looked at me like he couldn't even believe that somebody even was concerned about what or say anything to me about a robe. And so, yeah, I just said it to him and I said, hey, you know, they said, what do you wear? You don't wear anything. Her dad doesn't wear anything under his robe. He's naked. You know, just being cruel. And yeah, and I told him, you know, could you put some clothes on? And he said, I do. He said, I do have clothes on. And he said, if she is that concerned, oh my gosh, that was so funny. You doing that was absolutely so funny. Yeah.
That was good.
You were so great. And my dad just said, tell her to ask your mom. So he ended it with me. He goes, I don't need to tell you that. He said, but I wear clothes. But if she's really that concerned about what's under my robe, tell her to ask your mother. I just said, oh my gosh, I'm not going to tell her that. And I didn't. I just, you know, I just knew, like, he answered the question. This is like he got it. Oh, Candy, yes, please sleep well, honey. And thank you guys for just coming on here and let me just do my little venting and getting that out off my chest. And now I just feel so much better. Like I don't like feeling, disturbed. Disturbed in my soul. Yeah, Nathan, very wise. Just very matter of fact. And, he didn't come from money. So he put himself through law school and worked just really hard. And so he didn't have that pretentiousness about him. He had it as he worked hard, to do right for his family. No, I didn't know he had a YouTube channel, Brenda. Okay. No, that's great. I did not know. I don't know if I missed it or what, but I think that's cool. That's a great thing, very good thing to show. The one thing that worries me, and JLR said something really good today, and Juanita and Patriot Pride. See what you guys think about this. But I think the less, and this made complete sense to me, but I think the less that we talk about Alex's case with detail and Juice's case with detail and even 857's case with detail on here, that it ends up ultimately can hurt them. And from what I know to be true, that they'll use those words against them or can. Am I right about that in Arizona also? Because I know here in Oregon they sure can, or in the Northwest. But I don't know if the rules are different there in Tucson. I'm not sure, because it just seems to be they go by a different set of rules. But I don't know. Oh, Nina. Oh, you agree, Strawberry Rain? Thank you. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Thanks, Juanita. Because that's what I was just thinking. Like, my dad would have never let clients nor us talk about any business that was not supposed to be talked about. And I think that we can all say that we support, and we can all say like encouraging words and those things, but I think detailed things and stuff like that, I think that they need to come up with a really great fight, and a really great defense. And I think it's hard to have a good defense if we're all talking about it on a public forum that's so worldwide, and not saying that you can't talk on emails or phones or something like that. That's more private. But just on here, I was just thinking about it, and I was just thinking, oh, I hope that, that kind of simmers down, or I hope one of the streamers kind of, stood up or stands up and says that they can only talk about, their random stuffs, Nancy, and keeping it more limited to that. Oh, that's wonderful. Adam's asking if anybody would like to be a mod for Patriot Pride. They're looking for a couple. So if you want that job, or you want to go in, you want to email Patriot Pride or Adam, and to Adam, and let him know if you want to be one. And he's looking, he says, for a couple more. Yeah, they do have a lot of people telling him this and that. But as a daughter of a judge and an attorney, I know that in my right mind, I know that we're supposed to be more diligent, on the things that we talk about with them. Just if we care about them, we're supposed to do that, so they don't, it's hard. And I know Juanita and Adam can say this, but it's hard once we've let once we've put our foot out there, it's hard to take the foot back. Meaning, you know, that sometimes we can do it where we don't even know we're so used to just being free to say things, you know, or free to talk, that we don't sanction ourselves, or we don't what is it that they say? I told my son I'm not going to do to him and his music. We don't, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, tell them what they can and can't say in whatever they're doing.
Censor?
Huh?
Censor?
That's it. Ding, 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 ding. You, my dear, win the trivia for this evening on the Nickie's Unjust Story Show. That was perfect that you said it. Censor. Yes, ma'am. Censor. Yeah, and I think, you know, you just don't want to ever do that to people, but, you know, especially people you love to listen to, but you know some of the questions that you'll state or ask could possibly, if they answer it, could potentially be used against them, you know? And at this junction or juncture, I don't want to ever do that to any of them, you know? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the one to feel bad because I made them say something that is risky, you know, and I should have never made the statement or asked them the question. That's all. That if people truly, you know, care about these individuals, that will always start thinking about that first and foremost, you know. Do you see me when it comes? I gotta jump. I'm like, oh, is it that clapping again? Oh, goodness. But yeah, so that's all. You know what I mean? And I think there's probably tons of you that already know that. You didn't even need me to say it because you guys are smart. I've already told you guys. Was that Sheila E? Oh, gosh. Oh, my. It's too funny. You have to hold that one back because I haven't today to deserve that. Not yet. Oh, you want me to? Oh, goodness. Then I'll be sending. You guys will have to send Nick out here. You guys will have to send Nick here with the bail for me if that's the case. Oh, gosh. Oh, Aspen, I don't know. I do. There's the train whistle. The train is on the track. That is spaceshipy. That oh, okay. Nick's bail bonds. Oh my gosh. We work, Nick's bail bonds. We work in Arizona. We work in Oregon. Oh, oh my God. Interesting. I can't help. That just caught me so off guard. Those little the little noise sounds. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. You mod for Nick's bail bonds. Tell him he's got to open a business here. He just has to. I can send some people to him. Oh, shucks. Criminal couple, Trav. I don't think I know Travis. So is they're called criminal couple?
That's
I'm gonna,
their new, what do you call
really?
them? Screen names, handles, channel names. But somebody of the other half of the criminal couple, like the other half of the couple,
Yeah.
went back on her word and changed her name. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
she needs to put her name back to criminal couple.
That's a cute name. Are they really a couple?
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's an adorable name.
and
I
both of
love
them
the
are in the
names that I
chat right
see on here.
now.
Yeah. I love the names that people, you guys, I just love them. I love some of the names are just so cool. You know, I really do.
Hmm.
Yeah,
The
Nick
couple
saves
is in the chat.
YouTubers. What'd you say, hon?
The couple is in the chat right now, both of them.
They are.
Yep, both of them.
I love your name, Criminal Couple. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, there you are. Hi. Nice to see you. Oh, very nice to see you, honey. And I really do like that name, Criminal Couple. It's so cool. It's so cool. I had to ask him if you were really a couple. I think it's cool. Oh, oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna come check you out. I'll come sub to you. Yeah, I sure. Kowarski just cracked me up. Oh my gosh. I spy with my little eye. That's so cute. Oh, where is the other half? That's a great question, Dee Dee. You love strawberries and the rain. I love that. I know that the rain is probably one of the best sleeps that I can get here in Oregon. The sound of the rain. It's something to it that makes me absolutely just la la land. I can really get a good nap or a good sleep with rain falling. Oh, he said she left him hanging. Well, I'm glad you came over to say hi, though. Oh, thank you, Adam, for saying that. I always think, when I get on somebody's stage or I have to speak, I'm always thinking, the first thing I say usually when I grab the mic, I say, here's that voice again. And people will just crack up because I always go, here's that voice again. Sorry, guys. They wanted me back. Oh, shoot. That is so sweet of you saying it. That's very kind. And I do get, you know, I do every once in a while get a nice compliment like that. And I really do appreciate it because I am so, if I'm ever if I ever notice anything about myself or there's something that um, I would love to work on, it would probably be this. Only because, it's the drive-throughs, Adam. It's the drive-throughs. When they say, could you please move forward, sir? Oh, shucks. And then when I get there, you should see the look on their faces when I pull up to the window. That's the best part of it. Oh, I love that. I love our community. And if somebody doesn't love the community, it's probably because you don't want to try to fit in. And you don't, but there's a space for you. There's always spaces. There's spaces for everyone, you know? And you just have to believe that. And you have to, want to make other friends and want people to say nice things to you and stuff when you enter some of these chats, because they will welcome you. They were so kind to me, you know? Oh, maybe she just taking a break. Maybe she's just taking a break right now, Swarovski. Maybe it's just a break. And she just needed some downtime. She's coming right back to the criminal couple. That's the positive part of it for me. She's just taking a little break. He said, with my blue bucket hat. That is so great. Oh. Oh. I think, are you saying that you like either, you like Adam's videos? Rosario, I heard you. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. I just thought I was going to be as funny as Kavorsky, but I'm just not quite there. That's a funny person right there. To the industry and think. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, thank you. Kavorsky, you're so funny. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. I would love to like go to a stand up or one of your comedy things. I bet you are just the greatest. I will be your aunt. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and they always do this around the other aunts and uncles. They always whisper really like this. And Nickie, you're my favorite, but don't tell them. And then I go, they told me I'm their favorite. And then everybody goes, what? What? And then all the kids go, Aunt Nickie. And I go, well, I had to give them something. I had to toot my own horn. I love my nieces and nephews. I love them. I love my family. Oh, yes, I will be your aunt. I love that. I'm a good Aunt Nickie or Auntie Nickie. Always good at that. I'm your spirit animal. Can you tell me what kind of animal I am? What kind of animal? If I was a true spirit animal, I wonder what kind of animal I could be. I hope I'm not too old to be your. I'm old. I'm 57. I'm an old lady. See, I'm not even wet behind the ears anymore. See, they're not even wet there anymore. So I've passed all that. Oh, yeah, Melly. I know I love my aunts. I have an aunt that doesn't have any kids, and I just, yeah, I love her like crazy. They're the one, she's the one that just moved to New Mexico. So, yeah, that's why I was asking about it. I love when you tell me that, Adam. It is just a number. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Aaliyah said it too, and I know she did say it though. Gosh, I was a big Aaliyah fan. Oh, that girl was gonna go so many places, and she went places just with who she was and being that girl down the street. You know, she was great. Oh, oh, wow. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. But yes, I will be your auntie. I will definitely be that. I have no problem. I am proud to be that. So, yes. And yeah. Oh, you too? Yes. Like, she was just great. She was great. She was great. And I thought, and another one. I mean, Left eye. You know, even though her and the other girls were having, you know, some difficulties, you know what I mean? I still believe that they would have come back together and been the greatest. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Yeah. Oh gosh. Because wait a minute. I'm thinking in Adam's neck of the woods. You were around, Adam, when the fire happened at you know, her guy's place. Football player. Come on, Nickie. He played for the Falcons. Yeah, she did. She burned it down. Oh my gosh. Adam, you're impressed by my knowledge. See, that's why I told you trivia with celebrities, athletes. I gotcha. I could be on your team. I am. Oh, a platypus. I love them. I love platypuses. I think they don't get enough credit. They're very cool. Very cool. I'll take it. I will take it. Criminal couple. Yeah, I love that. You could be on my team too. You bet you could. Come on, niece. You can be on my team. Yep, Andre Rison. Thank you. Oh, I was drawing a blank. Thank you. Yeah, Andre Rison. Yeah, and so I think if that would have been that chemistry would have been a little different there, then TLC would have been, she'd have come back, the girls, you know, and they would have probably done a few more outstanding albums, you know. Oh my gosh, Adam said he's learned don't mess with women. So he has learned. So somebody out there has really taught that man a good lesson. Just kidding with you. Just kidding with you. But you're so darn cute, Adam. Who wouldn't? I mean, I could just see they probably throw themselves at you in Atlanta or in Georgia. They probably just toss themselves. Adam, Adam, Adam. You have such a great personality, you know? Great personality. And not half bad looking either there. Let's see, you would be Bo. But let's see, Bo and Luke Duke. So you would be Bo. I learned that earlier. Yes, SWV, SWV, SS to the W to the. And I always wanted to know how Coco could hold the mic with those nails. My gosh, they would wrap around the mic, and Coco had those long, I mean, whew, those babies would be just wow. Love that. Yes. And they certainly did have voices, and they do have voices, and I like them very, very, very much. SWV. I was an In Vogue, big In Vogue fan. Oh, stop it. You have no problems with your personality, Adam, at all. You're probably like when you walk into your buddies' places or parties or barbecues or whatever, you're probably one of those guys everybody looks forward to seeing because you are so darn much fun, you know, and you're a fair and nice gentleman, you know, and you have a good character, you know. And a lot of us females, you know, in our lives, and unfortunately, you know, you do get a little older to figure things out, and you kind of, you know, get it. But you you should look, and I know looks attract us. You know, we see with our eyes. Okay, we get that. We all see with our eyes, but it's a character attraction. Our hearts should match. You know. Oh, Juanita, I'm glad to know that, honey. You work very hard, hon, and you worry about a lot of people. Yeah, and you're wonderful. And yes, love Missy Elliott. Love. Oh, from your and you can't get me with Pharrell. I love me some Pharrell Williams. My goodness, I think he's awesome. What a talent. What a talent. No kidding. Tell Strawberry, you better. We're Adam. Stay here for a while. We're gonna give you some counseling. Okay. We're going to tell you how great you are, and you're going to go out there with a head like this, and they're going to have to shrink it down for you because you were in the chat and everybody was like, Adam, Adam. But I know that, and when you meet men of Adam's stature or any of you men in here, I know you're wonderful. And it's just when you meet men like that, it's the charisma and it's their character and it's the way their souls and their heart talk to you. Yeah, we look at looks, but a lot of times the looks fade and it's the other stuff that we love. It's not the looks. It's not the looks. It ends up being the character of the person and their heart. And I'm gonna tell you guys something about myself. Here I go with this. So it's a me story, a me and a husband story. So my husband's at work. I'm not his wife at the time. We lived together. I'm probably 19, right around there, probably around 19. And your mom was a 6th grade. Bless her for that. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is so cool. Caroline Williams. That is so cool. And that just goes to show me, now that you've said that, Skavorsky, now that you have said that, that totally makes sense of why he carries himself the way he does. His mother was a teacher. And she expected him to be certain ways, and he saw her giving of herself to all these other children, and so he couldn't do anything but respect his mother for that. Oh, wow. And I believe that, Adam. I believe that because I think Skavorsky's kind of badass. Yeah, Matthew Perry, that thing, and then them coming out, but they did go after the person that supplied it, or was the supplier, or the doctor. Let me get this on right. I believe it was the doctor or the person that was supplying Matthew Perry with, and I think it was them that they were actually going after, or trying to find enough proof or something, so I will pay for your daily pep talk. Okay, so this is to make you laugh, Adam. Make everybody laugh. I had a friend. I still have a friend. Just doesn't live here. Great guy. Lived 2 doors down from my husband and I. And we just became the best of buddies. And he was younger, and he ended up being my assistant basketball coach for the boys, because I coached the boys teams. So he was so knowledgeable, got scholarships, everything. So wonderful. So I said to him one night, and I barely even knew the guy, and he stuck his head out this sliding glass window. And I looked, and it was pitch black dark. And I looked, and I'm looking, and I'm talking on the phone with one of my friends. And I go, can you hold on one second? Because I feel like I see something in the dark, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to have to go and get my flashlight and da-da-da-da-da. So I told her, let me go get my flashlight. I'll be right back. This is totally true. And it's here in Portland. So I go get my flashlight from the drawer. My husband says, what are you doing? And I said, I don't know. I see something out here, but I can't tell what it is. So I said, let me go and get my flashlight, Mike, and then I'm gonna go. He goes, well, do you need me to come with you? Is it that serious? I said, no, I don't think it. I think it's just something that I can't see, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is. So I go get the flashlight, and I go back to our patio, to our slider, and I stick my head out with the flashlight, and there's this guy 2 patios down going like this, looking out his slider. And I go, hi. And he goes, hi. And I said, do you know I had to go get my flashlight? Because I thought there was a floating milk dud in the air of night. And he fell down laughing because he was a bald black man. So I thought I'm seeing this round, dark figure thing. And I'm thinking, what could it be? And it was a person. It was their head. Hi, Jenny. Hi, honey. And I just went, oh, hi. And so he came down and introduced himself to my husband and I, like, I think the following day on his way to work or something. And I said, I'm so sorry that I called you a milk dud. And he and my husband just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And I said, do you mind if I call you that all the time? And he said, well, I don't know you that well, lady, but if you want to call me a milk dud, I guess you can call me a milk dud. The moral to the story is that he got to make up a name for me also. And he came up with this name, Rev, and it was R-E-V, Rev. And Adam, it was after Rev Run, because in those days, Rev Run had the show, and he would lay in the bathtub, and he would text to all his friends his last goodnight message, and it would be always a word of inspiration. So I became this Rev, and so I had to come up with all these inspirational words every night with this young man, and it was ended up being the coolest relationship, you guys, the coolest friendship. I was, you ready? A groomswoman for his wedding. I ended up so special. So I was standing there with all the fellas in this beautiful sequins women's tuxedo. And it was just, I had never, ever done that or experienced that before. And I was, yeah, one of his groom's guys, but I was the groom's woman. Yeah, but just a real special person. And they live in Arizona now, him and his wife and his kids. And he's great man. And yeah, and I always wish him the best because he deserves it. Great people. But isn't that funny? That's how we met. And I just became his Rev Run with all the positive reinforcement. So it was a very, very nice relationship. And I loved his mom and his grandma. And they just became great friends of ours. And we ended up having card nights and, you know, dominoes and some spades. And I'm a good spades player, by the way. So if anybody ever wants a spades button, I'd love to pay me some spades. I like to throw a few bones too. And I'm not real nice at it. So, you know, if you play with me, I can get a little, you know, competitive. But yeah, it's a true story. And, you know, just the greatest. And you guys can see, you know, my husband and I think that's why our relationship worked so great, is the mutual respect for one another. And we didn't have jealousy. There wasn't a lot of that. Where are you at and who are you with and who you talking to, and we just wasn't a lot of that with us. You have to have mutual trust when you're with somebody, and you have to have not just the mutual trust, but you have to believe that they have your best interests at heart when they tell you. And my husband was that guy that I started telling you guys I was 18, almost 19, and I said, I love you on the phone when he was getting ready to hang up from work. And he said, okay, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you at home in a little while. Click. And I went, huh? Wasn't he supposed to say, I love you back? I said, my goodness. I said, I haven't done anything. I wonder why he didn't say it. So it sat with me for a little while, and I thought, I'm going to call him back. I'm going to call him back at work and I'm going to find out. So I called him back at work and he answered and he said, hi, honey. He said, are you okay? We just talked. And I said, no, I don't think I am. And he said, why? And I said, I don't think I'm okay because I don't think I like the way that you ended the phone conversation. And he said, well, how did I end it? And I said, well, you didn't say you love me. And I said it. And he said, okay. He said, let me get this straight. So every time you say it, I have to say it. If on the phone, in person, whatever. Whatever I'm doing, I have to stop at that moment and say it. Is that what you're telling me? And I said, yeah. And he said, let me think about that. And I'll give you the answer when I come home. And I went, oh, okay. First was like real relationship. Yeah, I'd gone to prom and all the dances, but real relationship. Like I really didn't have good expertise in this area except for my folks. So I was just like, okay, he's going to tell me when he gets home. So he comes home and he comes in and he says to me, hi. He said, do you want to talk about what you called me for at work now? And I said, sure. I said, because I didn't understand it. And he said, well, that's where I'm going to have to explain things to you. So this is kind of my assumption on it. He's telling me. And I said, oh, okay. And he says, if you tell somebody that you love them all the time and you never show it to them, then do you really love them? Because isn't the proof in the pudding? And I looked at him and I said, huh? And he said, well, I just figure if you just say it just as you're just saying it to be saying it, you're not really putting in your heart and what you truly feel because you're in a rush, you're at work or whatever. He said, do you excuse that? Because can I show you that I love you? And I looked at him and I totally got it. And I knew then. I said, as long as a person is showing you, it's okay if they say it every once in a while and they don't say it right on time when you say it because you're expecting that. But that's not who you are. You say it because that's how you feel at the moment. How they feel at the moment may not want to say that back at that very moment. And so you give them time. And then they also show it to you besides say it. He was a good man. 32 years. And he still could stand me. 32 years was we gave it a great run, honey. Yeah. So that goes to show you what I'm used to, And yeah, thank you. Bless you too, Adam, always. Bless all of you. And I always wish that for everyone, just to find that one love of your life that just shows you how much they love you. Not perfect. None of us are. And you can never claim that, It's made a lot of mistakes. I do too, but we learn together. And that was what was so great, and a pastor that was that's my son's godfather to this day. He told my husband one day, he knows us very well, and he married my husband and I. And he said, Mike, can I ask you something? And he said, sure. And he said, I want to know how you do it. And he said, what do you mean how I do it? He said, man, he says, for a pastor, and I'm looking at you, you sure have the patience of Job. And my husband just looked at me. He said, I'll take that as a compliment. And he said, yeah, he said, man, you really have such good patience for everybody and everything. And yeah, I was super lucky. Yeah, super lucky. And yeah, and my family, everyone loved everyone. And it was just Beautiful, beautiful. Because, being a female at 18 years old, supposed to be heading out to college, but you want to go out into the world, and you meet this black man in 1987. And I don't know if you guys know who the Lovings are, but they were the first legal interracial couple when it was against the law. And Mr. and Mrs. Loving, she was black and he was Caucasian. And they got in a lot of trouble. And, 1987 wasn't too far off from that. And people still looked your way and gave you some interesting looks and sometimes not so nice looks. And I always knew who I was. And he always made sure that I knew who I was. And I was secure in who I was. So, yeah. So I never really had, we always kind of laughed about it and moved right on. Because he was such a beautiful soul, and I think our souls attracted. Because I didn't really care for him at first. I liked him as a friend. But, he wanted to take me in, and I told you guys, he wanted to take me and play basketball with the guys because he found out I went to state all these years and I was this basketball player and da-da-da. And, yeah, and the guys would laugh at him when he would show up with a female. And then when he showed up with 3 females, because half my team was visiting me, and he said, this is a perfect time for us to all go down to the pickup games. And now 3 of you can play together, and now let's see what those guys say. And so 3 of us went down there, and, we had to tear it up a little bit. We had to show them some of our Globetrotter moves, our Harlem Globetrotter moves around the back and under the leg and off the side, and, a couple dribbles and a swish. So yeah, and he would get the biggest kick out of it because he'd stand on the sidelines like he was our coach. And we'd take 3 guys on, and it would be 3-on-3 basketball. And oh my gosh, yeah, he thought it was a kick. So yeah, had some really fun in my life, and I'm just so grateful for it. And I'm lucky, so lucky. Lucky with parents, lucky with husband, lucky with kids. Just, I hope they feel lucky to be with me. They probably feel the opposite. I'm the one that's lucky, I guess. Oh gosh. Trying to see. Oh, Sheena. Sheena's in here. Hi, Sheena. Oh, there you are. Hi, Sheena. I was telling my, my worldly stories. Sheena, nice to see you in here, honey. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Adam. I feel lucky to be with you guys. I don't know how in the world I met you guys. I don't know. Like, I just called up a guy's show one day and I just wanted to give my opinion. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. Look at what Kevin Hart and them do. They do all these things in cars. I said they do make faces of celebrities. They sing karaoke in the cars. They do all this fun stuff. And I said, there's some times that I leave these oncologists and these doctors' offices and I'm not smiling, but I want to. I just have to find that edge about something that can make me laugh or something I can be silly about, and laugh at myself. Because I don't want to laugh at the cost of anybody. I just want to do it with me. I want to laugh at myself. So that's where the car karaoke stuff came from. And me singing in the car. Because it's silly and it's a song maybe I haven't heard for a while and I still remember the words or I don't remember some of the words or, and I just found a way to laugh. Sheena. No kidding. Oh, hugs to you. We were just talking about hugs, sweetheart. Thank you, Sheena. Yeah, thank you, babe. Appreciate you, and I'm so glad you came in. Tex. Hi, honey. No, I don't sing, darling. You do not want to hear that. Some things, when you have like that raspy or the deeper, like the Stevie Nicks stuff, I can do it. In karaoke and stuff like that. You know, usually I won't do it by myself ever. I usually, yeah, Nancy did bring us all together, Janice. Thank you for reminding me of that. Thank you for reminding me. I wish you could go with me too, Juanita, for my treatments. Oh my gosh. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Wow, that'd be so cool. You're always welcome to visit. I have a room for you. You're always welcome to visit. If you ever want to see some of Oregon, I would love it. I'd be honored. Yes, Sheena's here too. Dee Dee's here. You'd have so many friends here, Juanita. We could pass you around house to house. We could just pass you on around. I'm so mad Dee Dee left the stage. No, I'm just kidding. I know you're still around. You're always around. You're that girl. I'm so lucky. Oh, that is so true, Juanita. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. It's almost over, and then I'm moving on. I am now in what stage am I? I'm not in a stage. I'm in come on, Nikki. Before you have to look at your notes. I am in treatment. Hormone treatment therapy now. Oregon was part of your work assignment for the phone company? I wonder how long ago was the phone company? My aunt worked for the phone company here in Portland when it was Ma Bell. Still, it was Ma Bell. Before, I think they went to AT&T or something like that. I think they went to AT&T next after Ma Bell or something. I think so. I used to go down and visit her in her office sometimes and have lunch with her and stuff. Yeah. Juanita is there's so many amazing people in this whole community that we end up loving each other, and it's just so cool. You're in the next step, healing step for your journey. Thank you, Juanita. Come on, Nikki, you can do it. You can do it, Nikki. You can do it. You can do it. My son doesn't have a baby. I need him to have a child. I have really wonderful grandkids with my daughter, but I need my son. I need my son to. My husband would be very disappointed if neither one of us got to see something like that. My husband thought he left the best person in the world on the earth, is what he used to say about our son. My son's got a really good demeanor, a lot like his father. We could totally get an Airbnb, Juanita. Oh my gosh, at the coast. Oh, you sold me, Sheena. I'm good. I'll be there. Yeah, that's awesome. They have some beautiful ones too. Jenny, go walk your. I love that, Jenny from the block. Do you have to walk your kitty cat right now? You better go do that. I learned that. Jenny from the block taught me that. Okay, instead of calling them treatments, call them healing sessions. Oh, I love that. Yes, I absolutely will. Thank you. I will call them that. Healing sessions. Oh my gosh, I totally will. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that already changes it. It already changes the whole, like, Even just saying it different changes the, the feeling. What? What did you just say, Adam? What did you just type? You're kidding, right? Your mom? God love her, Adam. God love her. Wow. See, when you think you know, you don't know. You know what people go through. And that is beautiful. And Adam, I know you're there for it. That's beautiful too. You seem like that son. You seem like a son like I have. And I think that's beautiful. Wow. Emotional intelligence. So true. And it is definitely the words that you use change the whole concept of the way you feel. And it's true. And I've been trying to tell some of these people out here that have been not so nice with some of their verbiage to other people, and they're trying to get their points across, but sometimes you just can't do it being nasty. Giving encouragement sometimes is just the better way to go. I just can't even believe that you said that. Depends on the time of the year, huh? Oh, gosh. You're a kick. Yeah. Prayers to your mama. Wow. What a great woman. Yep. Positivity definitely does that. I love it. And no matter what, no one's going to knock me off my game. Nobody's going to knock me off of it. I'm going to be Nickie, regardless if they like it or not. I'm going to be it. 2 times cancer survivor. Oh my. Wow. Yep, I am, Jenny. I am. I really am. Yeah, me and God have a special, special relationship. And I am grateful. If nothing else, I'm grateful to have that relationship. So thank you for saying that, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny from the block. And you're wonderful. And thank you. And I want to be like you and Juanita and so many others. I want to make it. I want to get there. I just don't think you guys are done with me here yet. God is good all the time. All the time, Adam. All the time. It's just whether that devil is working in your life, and bringing the negative and the anger and those things into your life. But definitely God is good. And if you don't believe in God, because I don't ever want to turn any of you down or away or off or anything, and you believe in what you believe in, Buddha or whatever, God bless you. God bless you for what you believe in and what's good and right for you. And you're not hurting anyone. Come on, How can you not get it better than that? When you don't hurt others, but you help and are kind and with and wise and all those things. You due to get a checkup? Please do. Please. Oh, yes. I'm really sorry for your loss too. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Thank you, honey. And like I said, I showed up in my pajama top. My goodness. Well, you guys showed up in my jammies. Oh, she is smiling proud. You know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. There's just our loved ones. I know your dad is fighting for his life. Oh, honey, I will definitely put your father in my prayers. In a little while, I'll do my last prayers before bed, and you got it. You got it. Everybody's going in them. I tend to do that now. I just kind of cover the gamut, or I try to. I think God's okay with that. Because listing each and every person and their name would be very difficult for me. you know, but yeah, I hope your father gets the best and has the best. I know he's got a really great daughter. Prayers for you, baby. Prayers for you and your family. Prayers for you. You hang in there and you hang on to everything, every memory, everything that Dad, your father, has done for you. Everything. And being there is a big thing nowadays. Just a father being there is a big thing. Just their support. Yeah. Really sorry to hear that too. Oh, Tad Russell. Hi, honey. Nice to see you in here. Oh, thank you for coming in here. Thank you. Some LJ underscore cause 15. Nice to see you in here too. And if I ever say your name's wrong, please correct me. Oh, Rivka's going to, okay, bye, honey. Night, night. And I understand too, Brenda, because you live Brenda's in Canada. So, yeah, definitely a different time zone. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for telling us that, Jenny. Thank you. You didn't have to. And that's really personal. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate that from you. It's beautiful for you to even say that to us. Thank you. I know you are, honey. I could tell. I could tell that you are a daddy's girl. And it's okay. And thank you, honey. Thank you, Tad. Thank you. Whatever is to be, God's got your back, Jenny. From the block, it's got your dad's back, big time. I do have a powerful room, Adam, with a lot of good. If anything, we're sending some really good stuff around. We're spreading it around thick. We're spreading it around and it's working. And, if any of you ever just can come here and just get a little bit of a smile and leave here with that, I've done my job. I've done my job. Oh, thank you, baby bear. I've heard that a couple times and I'm going to do it. I'm going to. And I did say, please give anybody, I appreciate Ted just picking the book up. He could have just opened the drawer and shut the drawer in the hotel room, but he picked it up and he's reading it because it's something that his heart and his soul needs right now. And that's okay because that's how people turn to God. They turn to him in our lives in crisis. But the thing about it is we just have to know that God's there all the time, and we don't find God. God is always there, and he finds us. He finds us and he knows when we're ready. You know, he knows when we're ready to have him in our lives. He's not a pusher. He's not a pusher of oneself. He's not a pusher of one being. He's not a pusher of, he's a pusher of graciousness and gratitude and respect. I think it's great. I'm so proud of him. I'm really proud of Ted for just turning and even having a couple. And now he reads it with such, he was really reading some of the words with some real, you could tell it was coming through him. You know what I mean? You could tell when someone reads and they're just reading. Then you can tell when they really are, they're in what they're reading and the reading is in them. You can really see the difference, you know? And it's super cool to see that. Super cool to see that. Yep. That's what I said. Because if anybody has any questions, I'm Skavorsky's aunt now. So if you have anything you need to talk to Skavorsky about, you can talk to her auntie. Did I do okay? Oh, you guys are awesome. And I can't wait for tomorrow. And it's going to be cool. And I hope you guys will want to come up and if you guys don't, if you're too scared to go on Atoms because it's so big, and you're too scared to go on GLRs, and you're too scared to go on Juices, or even Alex's is big. If you guys are just too scared, please come try me. I'm just going to be trying myself so we could learn together. So if you have a fear of that, maybe I can help you break it, you know? So just think about it if you're want to try. Oh, that's so cool. That's very cool. And the auto version, I love that. Yeah, thank you, Jenny, for telling us something really personal. And I'm so grateful that you did that. And I feel so much closer to you. And I've always just thought you're just so great because you and Dee Dee were one of the first people to be kind to me. Juanita. Yeah. They asked me to be the aunt, not the grandma. Yay! Oh gosh. That's a lot of Trav. DD, what the word? Bestest chat. Oh, Aspen, you're awesome. It's the people in here. That's what makes it so much fun. Is the people and people actually participating. It just makes it so much fun. Oh, I oh, Trav, I'm sorry. Can I say Trav? I'm sorry. Your math is not mathing? Okay. Okay, Dee Dee. Oh, I love that name, Zoe. Love that. It's so cute. I like so many names. I love names. Oh. Yeah. Wow. I'm so lucky to have you guys around. Just wish we lived all together in one big property. No, just kidding. No, we might get in a lot of trouble on one big property if we're standing in the streets and we're not supposed to be. Oh gosh, that is just, I can't even begin to say enough. But yes, we will one day. Oh, Adam, yes, we will one day. I have faith. And I heard that from Alex and JLR too. One day we will. We have to meet. And I just said that would be beautiful. Would absolutely be beautiful. Yep. Truth Warrior. Hi. Oh, I love your name. Oh, I love your name. That is great. Truth Warrior. I agree. The streets will be made of gold. And it will connect us. I can definitely, I mean, I didn't know kind of what to say about that. Sorry about that word, but let's do hacienda. I don't have a problem with that at all. Yeah, we can nix the C word. I mean, you know, that compound word. Oh, good. Good, because I want you to be on there. Okay, you're off at work at 4. Cool. That's so cool. Yeah, Jaylene, I wasn't gonna say that no might, but he might. Ugh. I just, I don't know what. I wish that, you know, even when you take those kind of positions in law and law enforcement, that you take your oath, because you have to take your oath. You do in all those, in all law. So you have to, and in, you know, doctoral, any doctors, all that, nurses. I understand that. But the thing about it is, if you took the oath, shouldn't you have to live to the oath? Because you took it for your career. And I think people sometimes are more married to their careers than they are to the people that they have at home. Just saying. And it just seems that you would have that. You would have more middle ground justice, I guess you could say. Middle ground justice. Your dog has the hiccups. Oh no, Jenny, it's gonna be something else. I just know it. It's gonna be taking the cat for a walk, Jenny. Oh my gosh. I think you just got me again, Jenny. But I fell for it. I read it. And I said, my dog has the hiccups. And I was like, huh. And then I thought about it and I said, I figured who wrote it. And I said, oh no, she's gonna get me again with it. Oh gosh. Yeah. Your mom was a true hero. And you know what? One more time, to the fathers, have the most fantastic day tomorrow. Or today, excuse me. Have the most fantastic day, you guys. The kids are lucky to have you and have you in their lives and be part of their lives. And to the people that stand up and are fill-in fathers, I hope you have a wonderful day also, because if it wasn't for people like you, kids like me, who knows what we would have ended up to be or do if we didn't have wonderful fill-in fathers or bonus fathers. I say step every once in a while, but you know the one thing that I always admired about the father that raised me? He never used that word or that term. We were just the kids. And that's what I mean for any of those fathers tomorrow that are there just because you want to be there for kids. I think you should have the most fantastic day. And I wish that for all of you. Yes, he is a good guy. And every single time, he's just so kind to me. And I know he has whatever, and we all do. We all use our different language. You know what I'm saying? My husband had a real good mouth. And some of those ended up being like his buddies. The buddies would always use it as that was his words, or those were that was Mike's sentence, or whatever, you know. And I would be like, okay. But sometimes I would tell him, I don't really like that very much. And he would say, well, you know what, honey? I'll try to make it so you don't hear it. But I'm not going to stop saying it because that's who I am. And I said, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. So, yeah, there was always give and take, definitely. But, yeah, he was, he was a few years older than me. And so he definitely already had his lingo before he met me, I'm sure. So it wasn't fair for me to ever curtail anybody's lingo. I can only concentrate on my own. And I've done some slipping. Last week I slipped. I said, I think 2 words or something last week. And that's the thing about me. That's something I tried to work on. When I became and got the best relationship I could have with God, that was one thing I asked. I said, please help me with my mouth. My mouth, I have some work, it wasn't anything for me to throw out a curse word or not like really, but enough, a curse word. And yeah. And it was just, I had to, pull it back a little bit and just, I just asked for a little help in that area. And so far, really so good. And only a couple slips, so it's okay. And I've come up with some other words to fill in those words. So, I just have to remember what those words are that I came up with to fill in the other words. That's the trouble Nikki has. She makes some great things. She just has to remember what she said or what she made up. Oh gosh. I'm telling you, I am a goofball Jamal all day long. Oh, featuring super chat with lyrics. That is great. Oh my gosh. Oh, Tad, thank you. You heard I was a really good golfer. I was going to be at one time. Yeah, I got hit with a golf ball going 260 miles an hour on the fly when it hit me at the base of my brain. And yeah, and I made it. I'm here. So they've had a hard time getting rid of me. And, I have to laugh about it because what else can I do? I can't cry all the time, you guys, especially with the hormone treatment. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to be, oh gosh, you're going to say something. I'm just, Juanita, I'm going to be bawling at everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, Fire and Rain. Love that song. Juanita, you got some great music you've been coming up with, and I like that music. God has a purpose for me. Thank you. My first half of my life, I did some really good work, so hopefully I can finish it with some making my kids proud and my grandchildren, and my family and friends. I just want people to be proud of that we knew each other. Oh, and the ball. So it was going 260 miles an hour. It hit me at the base of my brain. I was in a coma for like a week and a half, not quite 2 weeks. And but I came out. They couldn't keep me down. So yeah. And I was a 2 handicap. Not bad. I could have been a scratch golfer, but I played from the blues and the blacks. I always played from pro tees because that's the best challenge you can give yourself, And yeah, so, I was strong and I am still strong, even as weak as I am, but I could hit it, with the guys, especially from like the mid tees or something like that, but the pro tees, I couldn't. And I hit it long, but I couldn't keep up with fellas. They usually always have me by, 20 or 30 yards or something like that, at least, So I get why the women have the forward tees. I get all that. But when you're trying to be a pro, you have to compete and level up with everybody else, you know? So, and both biological parents, mom and father, Nick, both golf pros and fabulous. Very, very good golfers. Very good golfers. And so, yeah, I just grew up with it in my family. Like my mom said, I eat, breathe, and bathe golf. You know. Oh, I think Dee Dee's here. She's probably just playing with her little one too. But she's around. If we say Dee Dee, Dee Dee, she'll appear. She will appear. Oh gosh. And to find out when she gives me her address, you guys, there she is. See, told ya. She doesn't go far, especially with me. Alex, she might give Alex a little more room, but with me, I'm still, I still go, oh my gosh, what did I do? I swiped everybody. Dee Dee, help me. You know. Mm-hmm. Yep. I get it, Trav. Yeah. It was disappointing for my folks, to have their daughter that was going to follow in their footsteps. And it happened in Vegas. Um, so it was quite talked about a lot because in those days, the ratio of being hit especially in the head. And the only reason I know it was 260 miles an hour is because they said it in court. They had somebody do whatever measuring and how fast the speeds of different objects go, softballs, baseballs, golf balls, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's how I knew really the exact, trajectory or how fast the trajectory was. And I started over with speech therapy and, a lot. And I had severe PTSD, so I had to do a lot of. I had a great psychologist. I had a great every doctor, neurologist, neurosurgeon. They were all great, but I had this great psychologist that was a young girl, and she had a very good way about doing hypnotherapy. And I was having seizures for like 12 years. So, in order to even get past the seizures and all that, and cannabis did help me, I will not lie about that. Um, but getting off this, just getting away from having seizures was such a big thing for me because I lost my license. They take your license. It just is like you start over like a little kid. But I understand because they don't want you to have a seizure in your car while you're driving one of your children to school or something like that. I get it. I definitely do. But it all in all, it's another one of those things that kind of makes you down here and you kind of have to start bringing yourself back up And now I can honestly say, without hiccuping, see, I haven't had a seizure for almost 17 years. So something worked really well. I love gospel music, Juanita. I love music. I love music. I definitely love music. I had dancing parents that danced at everything all the time. So, yeah, I just grew up with a lot of music in my life. Praise God, Adam. You're so funny. Hey, Adam, I want to know if the glass is still sitting there on the edge of the chair. I just think it's so great. Every time I turn it on, Patriot Pride, I look to see if his glass is balancing right there. I always do it. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Yeah. So They just couldn't get rid of me from here, I guess. And God said it wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for me. So here I go again with another plight in the medical area. But Juanita and Patriot's mom and oh my gosh. I want to survive. I'm not ready. Oh, good, Sheena, me too. I love that. Oh, okay, I will. I will, Juanita. I just caught it. I love Amy Grant. I love Amy Grant. She has some beautiful songs. Some beautiful songs. I like gospel music. Here I go. Amy Grant. I love Mary Mary. I love Mary Mary. The two sisters. I love them. Boy, oh boy, they have some beautiful voices. I like Marvin Sapp. Never Would Have Made It. I love that song from Marvin Sapp. Beautiful, beautiful gospel song. I'm trying to think if I like. I like Kirk Franklin's energy. You know, I like his energy that he gives. I like that. You know. Oh, I'm a Nelly fan. I see Nelly up there on some. I see it on text. I love Nelly. But I think recently, but you know, how do you believe mainstream media? I just can't believe when they say things about some of the people that we like or we've grown up listening to or watching. I just can't seem to believe them wholeheartedly because they don't give it all, you know, and they only give us the bad, you know, the stuff that's going to make people watch them, I guess. You know, and I told you guys, I took a chance. I told Dee Dee, I said, I don't know if this is going to be, people are going to like a positive channel, but I said, I have to do that. And I wasn't sure, you know, and I told her when I switched from the beautiful cancer, you know, fighter, I just didn't know, you know, but I knew that I loved this history and this crime, and I knew there was a place for me to recognize people's names that just didn't get brought up that much anymore, or there was too many names for just these few channels to bring them all back, you know. So I figured they needed my help. Queso. Oh, yeah, we good. Oh, that's so sweet. Janice, you're so kind. I think that's so kind. I really think that's kind that I didn't drive you all the way when you heard me on J-Lord with this crazy voice of mine. Oh gosh. Oh, I love Roberta Flack too. Oh, I love Roberta. And you guys are gonna crack up. I don't know if I look like this to you guys, but I love Nina Simone. People say she cries when she sings, but to me, it speaks to my soul. Her words speak to my soul. I just absolutely think that she was phenomenal. Oh, Tad, thank you. Thank you. Hope I don't disappoint you guys. That's the only thing. I just don't want to disappoint you. It sounds like I'm on helium. Oh, you're so funny. No, I just the voice has been, you know, my dad, Nick, that yeah, he had this, oh my gosh, boisterous, like So deep. Yeah, just super deep voice. I love Band of Gold. Oh, I love Band of Gold. I love Belinda Carlisle. I was a huge Go-Go's fan back in the day. Loved them, loved them. I mean, I just love Barry White. Gosh, you couldn't have like picked any. You know what's really cool? Now, Skavorsky listened to this about Barry White. So his son lived by my sister-in-law around these apartments that were kind of off of the main, like the main freeway in Vegas in those days. And he lived 2 apartments down from her. And he was his son. He was the nicest guy to my family. Like they just loved him. So he would talk about his dad occasionally. He looked a lot like him. But I took the liking to this show, and they were doing this Las Vegas celebrities. Like they would go to Wayne Newton's house, they would just go to all these celebrities that lived in Vegas. They would go and showcase their homes and have an interview with them, you know what I mean, or whatever. And yeah, his interview was probably one of the coolest interviews. You know, Siegfried and Roy, very nice guys, cared about kids immensely. My children used to beg me on Halloween, please, if we're not going to a harvest party, please, can you take us to Siegfried and Roy's? Because it's so crazy. They had this beautiful home, and it was on a municipal golf course, on a public golf course in Las Vegas. So they were sat right behind it, you know, and their house was gorgeous. And they would set 2 of the security guards, and usually one of them would show their face to the kids. They had this long walkway to the front door, so it was quite a ways away from their first like archway where the security would be, and the whole security gang would be right there with the biggest Snickers and Milky Ways, the king size, and my kids would just be like, thank you, because they'd always say, take us to get the king size candy. And then once we did the Siegfried and Roy house once, it was on after that. They never, every year, can we go to Siegfried and Roy's now? Because I always had to drive, you know, pile everybody in, but it was always the nicest time. And like I said, always either Siegfried or Roy would show their face, and the bodyguard security was just so great to the kids, and it was awesome. You know, celebrities were very cool. I ended up working. This is one of the best, and I will show it tomorrow night. I'm not going to run into the other room right now, but I have a couple autographed CDs, me and my husband, of the group After 7, and also Babyface, if y'all know who Babyface is. And I worked with Babyface's uncle, and I saw him one day at work, and he was a brand new employee and at the golf course, and nicest man. Oh my gosh, just Fred, and so nice. And he was wearing a baseball hat that when he was like his first week, and it said Babyface on it. So I just said, oh, hi, I'd always say hi to him every morning. And so I said, hi, Freddie. I said, you know what I've been dying to ask you? I said, did you go see Babyface concert? I said, I love your hat. And he looked at me and he said, it's my nephew. And I went, huh? And he said, Babyface is my nephew. And I said, are you kidding me right now? And he said, no. And I said, wow. I said, wow, that is really cool. And I said, I have liked Babyface from The Deal, from 2 Occasions. You know, that happened to be one of my husband's favorite songs, was 2 Occasions by The Deal, Babyface and L.A. Reid and 2 others. And I think there was 4 of them. Yeah, 4 of them, I think. And so, yeah. It just, I loved them. And so Freddie came to work one day, and time had gone by, and him and I just became the best of buddies. And he said, Nickie, I have a surprise for you. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. He said, what are you doing this Thanksgiving? And I said, well, I'm having, Thanksgiving, Mike cooks for the family, normal thing. And he said, would you like to come over to my sister's house? I can give you the address. And I went, huh? And he goes, I said, you mean his mom? And he goes, yeah, would you and Mike like to, he loved my husband. He said, would you guys like to stop by? Can you stop by for just a little while? You can meet them and they can sign CDs for you. And I just was like, I couldn't believe it. And so Mike and I went and bought these CDs, After Seven and Babyface, and we took them with us. Sure enough, I have them autographed. I will show you tomorrow. But it was probably one of the best memories in Las Vegas, definitely. And Ashford and Simpson. Mike and I went to a mini concert, something. My husband loved concerts. He loved to take the family and buy the ticket. Oh, he loved concerts in Vegas. Were just so great because so many people came there. And it wasn't like Portland, Oregon, where we have to wait a couple months, or have a blue bomb and then everybody comes for a minute, but it was definitely, Vegas was definitely that where you got to see so many. We went to an old 70s show where they were the Delphonics, the Stylistics, Temps, OJs. It was just, yeah, phenomenal. So, yeah, I just love music. Love it, love it. Love all kinds. LJ, 4 octaves. Wow. Oh, Babyface, yeah. Yes, there's been so much great music in our life, really has, really, really has. And it's been so great to know so much of it, and for my husband to bring so much, anything that my mom didn't bring into our lives from the 70s and stuff, my husband brought it into my life. I was listening to Gino Vanelli at the probably a few years ago. Like my husband, he didn't care. He liked Average White Band. I mean, he was that guy. He loved concerts and he got to see so many great people over the years because of growing up in Chicago, because they had the Regal Theater. And the Regal, everybody played at the Regal. The Jacksons, Gladys Knight, everybody, OJ's, Temps. I mean, Rick James. The list goes on and on and on and on. So it was a big, big place to be able to see so many great performers. And my husband used to tell me all the time, or the family, one of the family, if we're talking about it, they would say, you go there, you get for $2. Sometimes I think it went up $3 one time or 1 year, but it was $2. And my husband always said, you know what the best thing about going to the Regal was? He said you would get for $2, you get the best concert and you get an Elvis or an Army movie and popcorn. And he would crack me up with that. He'd say, you always got an Army movie or an Elvis movie and popcorn with the show. Yes, thank you for making music. And I can't wait for my son and keep getting on that guy. And he will. I know he will. He's just a busy guy. But I just want him to have a channel with his music on it. I want him to be able to come out and do a channel with his music. He's been doing music since he was 12. 12? And he went to college for it. We sent him to college for music technology. He got a degree in. Oh, I love Carrie Underwood too. I love Carrie Underwood. Oh my gosh, with Hallelujah, I don't know if I could do it through the whole thing without tears, just listening. But I will definitely listen because I love Carrie Underwood. I think she's great. I think we've had so many beautiful performers. I'll tell you, I've always been a Shania Twain fan, and always probably, I really am just eclectic. Yep. And the judge, when they would visit us in Vegas and stuff, or we go, to their hotel room or whatever, and we were going to eat or something, he always had Johnny Cash playing, always. When he wasn't at home and stuff and he was out on the road, he always had Johnny Cash playing and stuff. I'd always be laughing at him. So yeah, I listen to pretty much everything. Everything and everything. I love it. Ghost, you're back. We're talking about music. We're just talking about music. We're just shooting the you know what around. Oh, except for not in Nancy's neighborhood. We're not putting it on the Eastman. No. We're just shooting it like as a, I was saying it as just a word of, what we're doing. Oh gosh. That's funny, Tex. Yep. Okay, what did she say? I want to see what she said. Yeah. Oh, how great thou art. Yes, I have definitely heard that one. That's a good one, Adam. That's a really good one. So if I hear Hallelujah, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Now you're going to make me watch it tonight. When I get done, I'm going to be turning it on. Wow. You never could read music. Do you know how many people I know can't read music and they're the best performers? There's a bunch of them that have admitted it over years that they weren't able to read music either. It was very natural, when they sang or performed or was in bands or anything like that or played instruments. It was a natural thing. It came to them naturally, I used to take piano lessons when I was a kid. I went and visited a grandma back in Pennsylvania, and she had a grand piano, black, beautiful, was always so shiny. And I just always sat, at the little bench, the piano bench. So one day my parents asked me, do you want us to get you oh, don't even start me. Kowarski, you just named my husband's favorite person. Our dog was named Hendrix. That's how much Jimi Hendrix meant to my husband. And you guys don't laugh, but at my husband's memorial service, Purple Haze was played. Sure was. Sure was. Do I have a P.O. box? No, baby, but I have an address. And I could, can you put, do you mind putting an email? Or does, Alex has your email? Well, Alex doesn't really check his emails that all the time. But do you have an email? Because I would write yours down and then email you my address if you wanted. Unless you can think of another way. I could give it to Dee Dee. Do you have Dee Dee's? No, never, honey. Never, Ghost. I learned, didn't somebody do a phone number or something? And I learned from that. I was watching that day. Perfect. Perfect, Juanita. That's perfect. That sounds awesome. Thank you. And I will hit you back. Dee Dee, okay with you, honey, if you don't mind? Oh no, Adam. It's because I'm around amazing people. Good night, Adam. I wish you all the best and your mother. I wish her everything, every bit of happiness, every bit of healing. Dee Dee stalked you and got your address? Oh, that was good. Oh, sweet dreams, Adam. Yes, inner strength. I agree. What a good person. What a good person. He took a midnight walk. I have to, I'm not going to take a midnight walk, but I am going to walk out here in just a few minutes with my dog. I have to take a couple things with me just because the coyotes, they were in the neighbor's backyard and she sent me some pictures and I just said, oh, wow. I said, how'd they get in? You have a locked yard like me. She said, they probably jumped the gate. You don't know anything, crawled through something. But sure enough, they were right there early morning in her backyard right next door. And she wanted to warn me to make sure the dogs were, and I appreciate it. I always try to be very good neighbors with my neighbors, always, and look out, because my husband always said, babe, when we start, oh, love you too, Adam. And thank you so much for making my night, coming in here with all the beautiful people. Thank you. But my husband used to say when there would be, what is it? When you do the block, you do neighborhood watch. And when we did it for our first house in Las Vegas, my husband said, babe, he said, we're going to get the neighbors all together. But I want to make something clear. I said, oh, Lord, what is that? He said, I'm going to talk first. Can I talk first? I said, you can do whatever you want, Michael. So he said, okay. And when everybody got to where we had the party or, the get together, he said, first of all, I want to explain. He said, this is a neighborhood watch. We are to watch each other and make sure we're okay. But as far as what goes on in your house, that's not my business. He said, and I don't care. And he said, but as far as what goes on outside of your house, he said, if somebody, is trying to get in or whatever, then we look out for each other. But other than that, my business isn't your business and your business isn't my business. And my husband's always been that way. He's always had those lines, like you just are respectful, but you don't make yourself so nosy that you are in people's business and all that. You don't do that. So yeah, he just was always that cool guy. Always wanted to explain. Well, let me just explain first and let you know. She's the one who went to bed early. That's so good. She said, Nana, she sent me to sleep early. I love it. Oh gosh, you guys are awesome. Okay, I guess I will send you to sleep in a minute, or send you, whatever you guys want to do next. I'm not sending you to sleep. Gosh, whatever you guys want to do, whatever's on your agenda. And I'm excited about tomorrow night. I'm really excited. I'm just excited to get it, to just do it. And I just did it with Dee. I mean, when she came in here, so I know I can do it, but she's easy. She puts herself right there and she's back there and, it's just, I just want to make sure I got it. So when she can't babysit me or, watch over me, I can handle it. You know what I mean? And I want her to know that. I want her to feel confident, Do you know, Skorsky, do you know how many times I've heard that song? Do you know how many times I've heard Darling Nikki? Do you know how many times I've had to live with these Nickie songs? Oh, goodness gracious. It's been my life. There was guys in school when Darling Nikki came out and Prince came out with it. They would hide around the corner of the hallway. And they would know I had to come down there for class, in that hallway or whatever. And they would be lined up right there. And they would start singing it as soon as I would hit the corner. And I would turn bright red. And, oh, yeah. I'd be so embarrassed. But it was fun for them. Let it ride. Wow. Wow, that had to be a good one. Probably one of the best. I cannot tell a lie. It's probably, I know Tina Turner's in that top probably 5 for me, or at least top 10. Okay, let's say top 10. But Tina, she puts on one banging concert, and the woman is, her body is just, oh, you just, it's amazing. She was amazing. She was just amazing. Just wow, she was amazing. But I've seen, oh my gosh, Rick James and Tina Marie together in Las Vegas. One of the ones my husband took the whole family to. Oh gosh. And they sang Fire and Desire, and they came walking down the middle aisle holding hands. Oh, was just spectacular. That was probably, that's in the top 2, because that's in that top category too, because how can you beat that stuff? You know what I mean? And we're just so lucky, so lucky. And I'm so thankful that he loved music so much and got to keep staying in my life. Will you be on tonight? No, and I didn't know that they were going to be on, because Sundays, I kind of pick Sundays because it's kind of one of those days where it's a hit and miss, and a lot of people kind of take it off, and don't do lives, or they do it early. So I just thought, oh, Sundays would be a great day. And then I saw that, and I just thought, oh, shoot. And I'm scheduled for 7:30. And I said I wasn't going to change. And I figured, if nothing else, people will come back and see it, or, you can't, you have to be who you are. So I'm just going to, and I'm going to go and watch theirs after I'm done, you know what I mean? But I had to hear help from. Oh my God. I can't even. Oh, that is too good. That is good. Inner strength. That is so funny. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I will tell you guys something hilarious. My mother, pretty much, she's on the one. I put her out there, one of her pictures from some years ago. I put a picture out there of her. And she looks a lot like that now. She's just a little older, you know what I mean? But she still looks the same. But I used to get, or she got, when we would be together somewhere, and especially in Vegas, people would come up to her and ask her for an autograph because they thought she was Shirley Jones from the Partridge Family. They always thought she was Shirley Jones or the Brady Bunch mom. They always thought she was one of them. It was used to be so funny. It used to crack me up. And my mom would be like, and one person was so, like, got irritated with her because she told them that she wasn't who they thought she was. And she was just this golf pro, and they got irritated with her because they thought that she was just doing that so she didn't have to give them an autograph. It was so bad. I felt so bad for her because they were so mad at her. Because they were like, oh, you want to be stuck up and not give us an autograph. And I was just like, oh, I'm like, she's not that person. But she always looked like her, or they looked alike. So, But yeah, that's exactly, yeah. And if you guys go on my shorts and you see pictures, I think my dad and JFK are like the first ones, and then I think there's one of my dad and Eisenhower, and then there's one of my mom, and I think it's Fuzzy Zeller, because that was one of her favorite guys in golf. And yeah, I think there's one of her. Oh, and the Rin Tin Tin. There's a picture of Rin Tin Tin, and then there's a little picture on the bottom. You can't see it because I put the shorts, they do all the wording and stuff, so I put it down too low, so it's hard to see, but it's her and Rin Tin Tin together because that's when she did a couple of the movies with the dog. can't find her. You're so funny. Inner strength, that was funny. Because that I know how to use. Oh, really, Goes? Oh, wow. Yeah, my parents put in the first golf course for the PGA and for PGA of America, because it was PGA of America then. And they wanted a golf course put in Mexico. So my parents, my mom and my dad, both headed over to Mexico and started building the first golf course over there for them. And Kennedy got shot, and my father and mother were still there, and my dad freaked out because he couldn't get back into the United States because they closed all the borders, and it scared him. It scared him to the point of telling the PGA of America that he needed to come back into the United States because he didn't like the border being shut and him feeling like he could get back into his own country. That really bothered him. I think it was probably because he didn't speak Spanish too. And my mother did. My mother was very good at Spanish. She still is. She'll pull over the car. Oh gosh, you guys, she will annoy the heck out of me. She will pull this car. If we are in Vegas, and this is the honest truth, everything I'm telling you about my mom, like I'm not going to lie on my mama at all. My mother will be driving. If I let her drive, she'll be driving and she will pull the car over because she sees all these workers over at this house doing the yard, and she wants to speak Spanish with them and say hi, and she wants to show me that she still remembers her Spanish. And so she will randomly pull over at yard workers and just start speaking Spanish. So now you guys know that I come from that lady and I'm so much like her. It's ridiculous, but I don't think I'll pull my car over and do that to my children, ever. I think some of the scenes were for sure. Yeah. Yep. And it's just, they were just different times in those days. And then Eisenhower went over, and my dad was still ready to come back home. But Eisenhower tried to convince them to stay and finish the project, which they did. But my dad wasn't. He didn't have a good time in Mexico. My mother soaked it up and loved it just like I did. But my father did not do well. He wanted to pay kids all the time to teach him to say Spanish words. But what he failed to realize, that those kids, it didn't matter if they were teaching the proper lingo or not. You were still paying them for whatever they were teaching you because you didn't know the difference. You know what I mean? You didn't know the difference whether they were teaching you a bad word or a good word. So my dad would get to the golf course and it would be diplomats, families, wives, everybody. So he would go up and, how you're supposed to, talk to them and introduce yourself and all that. And he thought he was so classy until he opened his mouth. She wants to speak. I will tell her to, Juanita. Yes, I will. And then she loved it so much. But my dad, like I said, he would pay kids and the kids would give him all the bad words, in Spanish. So my dad would go back and he would be introducing himself. And one time he got slapped across the face by one of the diplomats' wives in Mexico. Like my mom was standing right there, no joke. She slapped him right across his face. And yeah, he didn't go and pay that little kid anymore to teach him any more words. I don't know why he just didn't let my mom sit down and just help him, but he, guys did things differently in those days. That was the 60s. 60s? Yeah, 60s. Yeah, so funny. I just have funny family members that just, yeah. that were really good at a lot of their jobs, you know, and exceptional, and you know. And then there's Nickie. Then there's Nickie. They didn't know what to do with me. Oh gosh. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let you guys call it a night because I don't want you guys to miss tomorrow. I don't want you to miss interview room. Please don't, because they're gonna say something great. And I'll be here. I'm not gonna go anywhere, so you can go hear something great and you can always come back. You know? So don't worry. You know, and don't you guys ever worry about hurting my feelings or anything like that. You do and go where you guys want to go. And like I said, I'll be here. You know what I mean? So don't worry about that. And there'll be people in here, I'm sure, at some point. So yeah, don't fret, my pet. Oh, I hope you guys have a beautiful night and sleep light. I said that the other night because I was explaining light sleep is so good for you, you know? Heavy sleep's a little rough because sometimes it's hard to get back up too. She says, Juanita, you played hard to get with her. With Dee Dee. I can't with you guys. Some of the stuff that you guys write across here as a person is reading it, even if it's somebody that can't quite watch everything that's going on, when you do turn your head and look, you're like, these people are having so much fun on here, and it just cracks you up because you're trying to now jump into a chat and you're trying to catch up with what everybody's saying, you know? It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, God love all of you. Thanks a lot for just letting me say my piece. And we're just not perfect, are we? But we sure try to be good people. Best we can. But I'll still stick up for Alex, and I'll still stick up for JLR, and I'll still stick up for the Juice, and I'll still stick up for Ted, and I'll still stick up for Juanita, and I'll still stick up for my friends that go there. I'll still do that. I still will, because right is right, you know, and fair is fair, you know. Bonita. She said you had me at Bonita. I just didn't pay attention. Oh, yeah. I love you too. All of you. It's been you guys have made me feel so good. And I thank you. And I think I'm the lucky one. And I appreciate you all. And thank you again for being here. And Dee Dee, I don't know where I'll be without you, honey. Pardon me, Madame Senor. You gotta stop, Dee Dee. I don't know if Dee Dee's gonna do an ASS show or not. But if she does, you guys go check it out if she does one tonight, because hers are they're great. And she's great. And yes, you're very welcome, my niece. Oh, you're getting lit? Okay, do it. Whatever you feel like. You're not hurting anybody? Oh, good. To Truth Warrior, cool. Thank you. You know what this means, you guys? It's my way of saying I love you guys. And I love that you care enough about me to even be here. Appreciate that. Famous quote from John Holmes. Oh, I have to read this one. I have to, from Tad. There's no better exercise for the heart than reaching down. That's a cool thing, but you know what? I don't know if John Holmes meant it like that. Oh, God. Delirious? That's probably me right now. Okay. Love you guys and see you tomorrow. And be great people and keep being great people. You amaze me, all of you. You amaze me all the time. Oh, thank you. Oh, Leela, nice to see you, honey. Nice to see you. I hope you come back, honey. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams to all of you. Forever. Good night, Jenny. Oh, good night, Trav. Good night. Truth Warrior, good night, honey. Dee Dee, thank you. Juanita, thank you. Good night. Buenas. Yeah, that's my favorite thing that they say. Buenas noches. I love to say it back. That's one of the only countries, boy, they say good morning and good evening or good night. It's just, I wish all the countries were like that. Good night, John Boy. Good night. Oh, you know what I almost said? The SE, because she was part of that Walton family too. Oh my goodness. Good night, everyone.